Joe Reinagle, Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagle.
We're at the Roo Pub.
We are at the Roo Pub.
Man, it's already hopping in here, too. I love this place. The energy in the Roo Pub is good. And we're having a party today.
It is the radio station celebrating 14 years on the air. And what's cool is you throw a party like this and, you know, one of our longtime 14-year types, Stephen Canto, shows up wearing literally the ugliest golf shirt we ever designed. I blame Rob Thompson for the Miami Dolphins teal green. The fact that has survived 3 washes surprises me, sure. But, I mean, it's good to see a lot of our longtime listeners showing up early because they know when we do our birthday party, we bring out a lot of stuff. And, boy, did Glazers hook us up with a lot of stuff to give away. You need some coolers? We've got plenty of coolers. One with speakers, some Bluetooth, some Yingling, Mike's Hard Lemonade. You know, they're beer brands coolers. We got a lot of stuff to give away.
Dude, do we have to give all those away? I mean, I saw one I've got my eye on. I mean, how can I win that thing? Is there a drawing or something?
There is a drawing. You could register to win. But what people don't know won't hurt them. So if it ended up in your trunk, you know, if you can live with yourself.
I can.
We're giving all that away. And even Rudy J is like, no, dude, man, that's for the listeners.
Oh, man.
That's it's our birthday. You guys get the presents. So, and all we want is your presents here at the Roo Pub. See Joe, see me, Rob and Rudy are on their way. And we've even let James Pledger out of the glass box of fun. Now, one of the reasons why we rarely let James Pledger out of the glass box of fun is because he has a tendency to hurt himself. So he is actually out here injured. James, with the most ridiculous story, and he's got to work on the story. So whatever you might have heard on R&R in the morning, what you might hear on the Blitz is going to be closer to the actual truth. But James, for some reason, busted his head open.
Now, I haven't heard the story.
Well,
was that like getting out of bed? He busted his head or reaching for the toothbrush?
He clearly got his ass kicked by a towel rack in the kitchen. So it's not even like he was getting out of the shower and slipped, nothing like that. And it's a nasty, nasty looking cut. So I get a call very early in the morning because James Pledger is a child and he knows this. He doesn't know how to take care of himself. He's bleeding and then, showing off the cut as if anybody wants to see an open wound. My wife's a nurse. She calls my wife. Do I need to go to the doctor? Yes, James, go to the doctor.
Come on, rub some dirt on that thing and let's go. It'll be fine.
That's what I texted him. I texted Rob, actually, because Rob was like, is your buddy still on that? Or, because, I had a friend who just actually sold a standalone ER.
Right.
He's like, can we send him over there and get him taken care of and all stitched up? And I'm thinking, well, I'm not a doctor, but, I'm around a lot of medical types. You don't generally get stitches in your forehead. They're going to glue the thing, but he ain't bleeding. He's fine. He's fine.
Did you get stitches, Pledge?
No
stitches.
They glued him up.
Little glue?
They glued him up.
You're going to be just fine, man. You'll have one of those nice James Bond scars on there, and all the chicks will say, oh, James, what happened?
Well, and that's why he needs a better story than kitty litter and a bath towel, a towel rack.
You need to say, man, I met 3 guys in a dark alley. I whipped their ass, and just one guy got in a good shot. There you go. I'm helping you out here.
I mean, something, bar fight, protecting a lady. I really thought when I first saw that you got hurt at work, day 2 of doing mornings, those 3 a.m. wake-up calls catching up to you.
Yeah.
But you know how he generally dances when you're playing the bumper music and he's just thrashing his head all around? I thought he banged his head on the microphone or something because that would be a little bit more realistic for James Pledger.
Well, he might have been doing that in his bathroom, right? Jamming out to some music and just hits that towel rack. And who knows?
Except it was in the kitchen, right? Oh, it was in the bathroom? All right.
The bathroom. So, we'll get you a good story, James, and it will do you good with the ladies.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you doing,
help
James?
you out.
No, but no. I mean, look, James walks over here and our cameras go out. Nobody wants to see your wound. And if they do, you've already put it on social media. That crap you were doing on R&R this morning when I was trying to eat breakfast was just disgusting. Nobody cares. It's not that bad.
You know, you're right. James walked back here. The cameras go out. As soon as he leaves, they're back on again.
And you would think Greg Shelton would be controlling that because that's some sort of smart-ass thing that Shelton would do. But even he couldn't control that.
Everybody's, though, is having a great time out here at the Root Pub. And I tell you, I'm looking forward to this. And I feel like, you know, I'm kind of, I don't know, riding the coattails because you guys have been doing this for 14 years. That's obviously what we're celebrating. And I've been doing this for 2 months.
Yep.
And I get to come and party with you guys anyway.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of it, man. You get on the train at the right time. It's like getting off a train at the right time. I mean, you know, certain things work out. You know, you get on and, you know, a month into the job, you got a week in Los Angeles on the company
Not
time.
bad.
I mean, it's a pretty good gig.
Worked out okay.
If you can get it. And we keep doing things like that, and you get to 15 years and to 16 years, and you get to do that because you're doing good things. And it's great to see, you know, a lot of people out early, a lot of listeners that, you know, have been listening a long time. Other sponsors, I see AD from Texas Cheer Liquor.
Yeah.
He is out here to help celebrate with us. We want to celebrate with you. Come hang out with us. Now, as we typically do at an event like this, you know, we invite some celebrity-type friends, and, you know, we'll see who shows up. I know Malcolm Brown because he was texting me earlier. Malcolm is on his way out here. He'll be over here in a little while. Trying to think. Some area college football coaches are scheduled to join us. Maybe a former Spur who has his jersey number hanging in the rafter. Maybe a former world champion boxer. Maybe Michelle Beadle, depending on how Pilates class went. You know, so, I mean, you'll see. You know who you won't see here today?
Who?
Troy Aikman.
No.
I mean, we got to be honest. We scheduled this thing anticipating Troy being here. But as you can imagine, a guy like Troy, his schedule is very fluid. And his schedule has changed. Troy will be at the Root Pub tomorrow, where we are today. He will be out here tomorrow. Now, one of the things that's interesting, and it's a scheduling logistics thing, is he's in town promoting 8 Beer. He's doing some stuff more downtown and south tonight, and then tomorrow a little bit more north side Stone Oak area. And that's fine. But also, as news breaks late yesterday during our show and today, he's leaving Fox to join ESPN to be on Monday Night Football. Now, it's all reports right now. ESPN hasn't made it official. Troy hasn't made it official. But a man who is in town to promote his beer has immediately declined all interview requests.
Yes.
You know, the 8 Beer people had sent out, you know, to TV stations, radio stations, newspaper types, you know, media. You know, you want to cover Troy pouring beer and meeting people, this is where he's going to be and when. And generally, that kind of thing, you're going to get an interview with him. Well, with all the news breaking, apparently Troy has, or his people or whoever, there will be no interviews. Now, I imagine Ken's TV and others will send cameras out and try to ask him questions.
We will.
But I don't know that you're going to get an answer.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's going to be out. He's actually going to be bartending, right? So he's going to be pouring his beer from what we understand. But, yeah, we're going to have a camera out there. We will scream a question or two towards him.
TMZ type,
Right,
paparazzi type.
Of course. And whether he answers or not is up to him. But I was hoping he would show up here because with the numbers that have been reported for this ESPN deal, I was hoping he would buy all night.
Well,
I mean, I think he could buy a few beers and treat everybody.
I think he could have with or without the new ESPN dollars.
Yeah, you're probably right. But these dollars are incredible, Jason. I'm hearing reports somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 years, $175 million.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, if you're Troy Aikman and you're negotiating, and look, when he was on with us a couple of weeks ago at Top Golf, he was very open and honest about his negotiations with others, told us then a third entity had jumped into the conversation, which is ESPN.
Yeah.
We didn't press him on it because we knew he wasn't going to go there, but we knew what he was talking about. We knew after he said that, you know, talking later, you know, that ESPN's in the mix. How's that going to work? All that kind of stuff, right? But if you're Troy Aikman and you've been killing it as the best analyst in football for a very long time now.
20 years, I think.
And
something like that.
And Tony Romo is making 15, 17, whatever it is from CBS. You go, you know what? I'm a former Dallas Cowboy quarterback that has 3 freaking Super Bowl rings. So if Tony's getting this, I'm getting that.
I'm just surprised that Fox, and maybe they will, and maybe that's what the holdup is, that Fox isn't putting up more of a fight for this guy. Because Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are the best duo on TV. I don't think there's any question about it. It's their main, game, their game of the week guys. And I'm really surprised that Fox is not putting up more of a fight. And maybe we're going to find out later, and maybe that's the holdup on the ESPN deal, that Fox is going to come back with some sort of an offer to match that or do a little bit better. So either way, Troy Aikman's in a pretty good position. He's in great shape. He's going to have a job this football season, and he's going to be making a lot of money, as he should be. I am really surprised, though, Jason, that ESPN jumped into the mix and that is willing to spend that kind of money for a guy like Troy Aikman.
I'm not, and I'll tell you why. ESPN has struggled to find that number one broadcast crew for Monday Night Football since John Gruden left.
Right.
And it's been a wild combination of various guys, but it just hasn't connected. And
not even close.
And the fact that they were willing to go after Peyton, as they were willing to spend whatever it would have cost for Peyton Manning, who keeps turning them down, and others, I could certainly see where they would say, all right, with as much money as we spend to have it, and I believe there's some talk with ESPN and, how they're going to go with ABC, and so there might be some games there. But imagine Troy, because you know how it works at ESPN. You might be the Monday night guy, but you're going to make Van Pelt appearances. You're going to be on First Take. You're going to be on Greeny. You're going to run the gamut. So you're doing more than just the games to get that kind of money. Although Troy swings a pretty big one, so maybe all he is going to do is work on Monday Night Football and not do the other shows. Yeah. But I think maybe the holdup is the intrigue with Amazon, and doing a Thursday night game on Amazon with Al Michaels has been speculated for a long time, and to still work for ESPN. For the Monday night game.
Well, and there's speculation that Michaels may come to ESPN, that could be the Monday night crew, those two guys. Then you got Joe Buck in the mix. What is going to happen to him? Troy made it very clear when we talked to him at Topgolf that he would like to stay with Joe Buck. So is ESPN working something there, or is that part of Troy's negotiation? So a lot to be hammered out for sure, but one thing is for sure, Troy Aikman's going to be calling football next season, and he's going to be making a lot of money, and well-deserved. His career is just simply taken off.
It really has. And then, of course, the domino effect of who's going to Fox. And on USA Today, some speculation to replace Troy at Fox, because, again, the body's not even cold over there at Fox, but who's going to replace him? And it's got to be a splash name. And you're hearing Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a short-term booth guy before he takes over as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, right? And doing studio work is very different than calling games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Drew Brees, I think, has done a nice job on NBC in the studio. Well, I thought he sucked doing the Notre Dame football games as an analyst. It's too complicated, too technical, not fast enough with his analysis before getting back to the play. Drew Brees is a name mentioned there. Sean McVay, he's still hungover from winning the Super Bowl, still plans on coaching. He's listed. Or Greg Olson, who is probably the next guy in line being groomed to be that next former player, lead analyst type.
You know who's happiest for Troy Aikman today? CBS. They are thrilled that Troy Aikman's going to leave Fox. Why? Because he's the best analyst and the biggest competition for them. If he leaves Fox, goes to ESPN, CBS no longer has to compete against him on a Sunday afternoon. They just don't. And so they're thrilled about it. So that leaves Tony Romo, you would think,
as the best Sunday guy?
As the best Sunday guy. So he's the guy you're going to tune in to watch.
I'm curious how often Tony and Troy are on at the same time.
Not very often.
And I say that
Sometimes
because
they are.
they're generally in the marquee game,
Right.
where in that 325 or whatever, and and how it is here. If the Cowboys are playing on Fox at CBS, you guys don't put a game on, right? Is that
No, absolutely. The early games usually head to head.
Yeah.
And then depending, goes week after week, you get that 325 slot.
Because it's interesting, as much money as we're talking about for broadcasters, and I know they're important. If you guys want to chime in, please do on the Kielbasa Bacon phone lines, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776, or on Twitter, at JoeKens5, at Jason Minix. When I look at the importance of the broadcaster, I don't know that I watch or don't watch a game because somebody is on. And I know when you talk to older types, my age, your age, Greg Shelton's age, and as you start climbing that ladder, you hear the old guys go, back in my day, it was Pat and John. It was, the Monday night booth with Howard or Keith Jackson. Well, we had 3 channels and 1 game a week. That was it.
Right.
And so you got that connection with those broadcasters, the soundtrack of your childhood. Now you got games on just about every night of the week. And if you don't like the game on, say, I'm a Cowboy fan, so here in San Antonio, I know the Cowboys are going to be on. But say if I was living in South Dakota, well, I got my Sunday ticket that's going to get the Cowboy game. I would have no idea who they're showing. Or you're, as a Titans fan, you watch your Sunday ticket to watch your Titans. It doesn't matter who's calling the game. You're going to find your team and watch that game.
Right. And
There's
a lot of
800
times,
college games on every Saturday.
a lot of times you'll watch it. You're doing something else. You don't even have the sound on. Right. I mean, I forgot my headphones the other day. We're on an airplane. I want to watch the game. There's no sound. I enjoyed it just as much. It wasn't a problem. But there are certain guys that you like to listen to. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Tony Romo came out of nowhere. Nobody dreamed that he would be as good as he has become as an analyst. And he has really become pretty good at it. He's got his own quirky little style. But then you're talking about Troy Aikman, who is just more of a no-nonsense, analyst that is really good at it. So with those guys, I enjoy listening to them. And it's not that I'm going to find it because I'm going to watch football anyway. And that's going to happen. Doesn't matter who's calling the game.
But I will tell you, when Tony or Troy are calling a game, it's a big game.
Of course, it's the game of the week.
If you're watching the Texans play, you go, who's this guy?
Right.
And I think that's the difference. When those guys show up, it's a big game. Players will know it's a big game.
Of course.
And that's ultimately what it comes down to. And, but you hear so many people or see on social media or different people that you talk to, I can't believe he makes that much money to call a game. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it does.
It does
you
matter.
Might think it doesn't. It does.
And for ESPN, Jason, it matters because Monday Night Football is not what it used to be. NBC has taken over. When you want to watch a football game, which game are you looking at? You're looking at that Sunday night game. Yep. That's the marquee game, and that's typically the best matchups of the day, although Fox or CBS will slide one in there, and they've got their own slot with that 325. But Monday night has become it's Monday Night Football. I got other things going on, or I'm doing something else, or I'm going to halfway listen to this thing. You're not sitting down like you do on a Sunday night and watching that typically. Well, I mean, unless you're football heads like we are, and typically Monday night is just is lost its luster over the years. And I think
part of that is because for a number of years, the matchups just were crap.
Yeah.
Right? They just – and part of that was the emphasis on NBC paying $800 billion or whatever
to
get the marquee game on Sunday. So, they got first pick, and Monday Night Football got, the fifth pick.
Right.
And you kind of roll it in from there. Monday Night Football needs to get back to Monday night. It's like what they're trying to do with Thursday. Remember, Thursday used to be Jacksonville against Houston because everybody gets a national TV game.
Right, right.
And then they started saying, okay, we need better matchups on Thursday. And I think the league and the schedule makers have to help ESPN or whoever to get better matchups there, which is a big reason why they went with flex scheduling is, this might look like a pretty good matchup in August when we're putting this together or, whenever they do sometime in the summertime. But once the games start getting played, you go, well, this probably needs to change, and you have flex scheduling.
And, even Thursday night, for example, because you had Joe Buck and Troy doing that game too, right? But it didn't have as much buzz as when they do a Sunday afternoon game. So, it's Sunday and Sunday night. It's still the prime time for the NFL. Obviously, you're going to watch if it's on other nights, but it's Sunday. That's the day for the NFL. That's when people are paying the most attention. So ESPN needs something to get that buzz going, and you get an Al Michaels and a Troy Aikman or a Joe Buck and a Troy Aikman calling that game on Monday night. People are more apt to want to watch that thing because it's just more of a buzz. It's more of a big game feel than a Brian Greasy and who's I don't know. Yeah, Steve Levy and those guys. I mean, it's just a bigger game feel.
And I'll tell you what, I think Steve Levy will be a good partner with Troy Aikman if Steve keeps that job.
I don't think he will.
Steve is a brilliant hockey announcer.
I don't think he will.
Well, I don't either. But whoever goes to work with Troy, and Joe has mastered this. Set up the play and get out of the way.
Right.
Let your color analysts do the work.
That's exactly right.
And there are some play-by-play guys, Gus Johnson, who make the whole broadcast about him and not necessarily the play on the field or whoever is in the booth with them. But I think Steve is a talented enough broadcaster. If he ends up being the partner, I think would pair well with them. Although if ESPN can pull off the double here and get Joe Buck out of Fox, then you got Joe Buck for ESPN baseball and football. That's huge. And doesn't his wife already work for ESPN? Joe Bucks?
I don't know.
She works for somebody doing all the feature stories. So it could be very interesting to see how ultimately it all plays out. But, we'll see what happens with Troy, who is in San Antonio today. Just don't ask him about ESPN because he's not talking.
He's not going to talk about it. He's going to pour you a beer. Happy to do that and share because 8's here at the Root Pub.
Yep.
Troy's beer, but it's all over town right now. And I think, Jason, you would know this better than me. Come March 1st, we might be able to find that in HEB and other places.
April 1st, I believe.
It's April 1st.
It's April 1st.
Texas Cheer Liquor will probably be able to find it in there, too.
It's when they say on premise in bars, it's in bars now. It will be in retail locations like an HEB or a Texas Cheer Liquor convenience store. I believe April 1st is the date. You talk about all kinds of headlines today. There's one that seemed to come out of left field. Art Briles is back in college football.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackson has hired him at Grambling. Now, it's interesting because it gets reported the school has confirmed that he has been hired. How long is enough time for him to pay the price being out of the game before he can get back in? You remember he got hired in Canada and then fired almost immediately because of outcry from the fan base. What is the outcry, if any, going to be from Grambling? Or is he actually going to be able to resume coaching in college?
It's going to be interesting, but I haven't heard any outcry because this story actually broke, I think it was late last night, and I haven't heard a lot of outcry. And my problem is, Jason, being the father of 5 girls, you've got a girl. I'd like to ask those families of those girls who were abused by those football players what they think about Art Briles, because he knew about it and did nothing. He wanted to win football games, and he did nothing. And so I've got a problem with it. I don't know how much time needs to pass before, we say it's okay, he gets another opportunity. But what was going on at Baylor University is just something that should never happen. And maybe it does, but if a coach finds out about it, I don't care who that player is, he's gone. That's it. And that didn't happen when Art Briles was in charge.
It didn't. And again, he had to have known. And I look at a guy like Phil Bennett. And,
he admitted he knew.
And knowing Phil Bennett and the kind of guy he is, or I thought he was. Same with Art Briles. I've known Art for a long time. His daughter used to work PR for the Cowboys. I was stunned at first when I started hearing this story, but the more you learn, the more you go, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's about winning, but at what cost? And Art Briles has a daughter. So I look at it and, but it's been, everybody gets a second chance. The NCAA had no individual sanctions against Art Briles.
Right.
He's free to take this job.
Sure.
All the investigation there, he's free to work if somebody's willing to give him a chance. And of all places, Grambling State and Hugh Jackson gives him a chance. I'm just curious, while he has a job technically today, does he still have this job on Monday? Or do boosters and those that support Grambling State and other HBCUs, do they have issue with that? And I think at this point, if he can't start this job, I think that's the indication that he will never work in college football again.
Well, obviously he's a good coach. There's no question about that. He's a good coach, good offensive coach. So that's why Grambling's going to hire him. So we'll see what happens. But it unsettles me a little bit to know that he knew what was happening. He admitted he knew what was happening. And there were a lot of horror stories that came out of Baylor University. And it's just it's hard to let that pass.
Certainly. You know, it's interesting when you think about that, and then you think about Deshawn Watson.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of interesting stories and how people react to him because, you know, Deshawn Watson accused of doing a lot of things, but teams seem to be lining up to acquire Deshawn Watson.
We'll
get into that as we continue here on the Blitz live out at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. Let me tell you about Hill Electric. If you need an electrician, Hill Electric is available to you 24/7. I know I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years. In my new house, they added some extra outlets in the garage because, you know, there's never enough outlets in your garage. Had them put in a motion light in the backyard so I got over one of my grills for night grilling, dimmer switches in the living room, that kind of stuff. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. Whether you need those additional outlets or USB ports, that fuse that's always blown, they can fix that. Same with the flickering light. Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. If you're a business having to rework your office, let Hill Electric help design your socially distant space to ensure each workstation has the proper electrical needs. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. 404-9074 or hill-electric.com.
Where will Deshawn Watson be this upcoming season? A lot of people lining up for him. We'll talk about that right after the Sports Center update. Hey, we had the Texas Longhorns finally getting to 20 wins. First time they've done that since 2016. They knock off TCU last night, 75-66. Andrew Jones, his third straight 20-point performance. He scores 21. Texas State Bobcats also won last night. They beat South Alabama 55-52. And tonight, UTSA Roadrunners, they welcome in UAB. That's a tip-off set for 7 o'clock. Incarnate Word will take on Houston Baptist also at 7 o'clock. Major League Baseball, the talks between the league and the Players Association running out of time. The two sides have until Monday to come to an agreement or face the possibility of missing games in which the league says they will not make them up and the players will not be paid. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagle.
Sports Center is brought to you by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Available at HEB.
Twin Peaks is excited to announce the kickoff of their $2 million Bracket Challenge presented by Dos Equis. Basketball fans can sign up to put their knowledge to the test. Pick up the perfect bracket and grab a huge prize. Plus more ways to win, including $20,000 cash for 60-plus correct games, Twin Peaks for a year, or the best overall bracket, and even more. Visit TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com to get registered. Submit your bracket for all the games in the men's college basketball tournament between Sunday, March 13th and Thursday the 17th. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, and those scenic views.
Exergen would like you to know about an important new study by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has always known. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it going to work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
Hello, this is Dr. Mark Havrecorn of River City Oral Surgery. We're the practice that upset the industry by publishing all of our prices on our website, rivercityoms.com. We offer tooth extractions, wisdom tooth extractions, dental implants, all on 4 dental implants for about 25% less than the competition, and all kinds of other face, mouth, and neck surgery. Why else should you come see us? Easy. Because we are easy to talk to, compassionate, and experienced. It's not impossible to get a hold of me. We'll call you back when we say we will. Unlike other places, dental surgeries are not the hardest surgeries I do. We do all on 4 dental implant cases every week. I'm not sweating your case or pushing my limits. And if you have a complication somewhere else, you're probably going to be referred to an oral surgeon. So why not start with the expert? Call River City Oral Surgery and me, Dr. Havrecorn, at 210-778-0002.
Jason Minix here for River City Oral Surgery and Dr. Mark Havrecorn. River City Oral Surgery is a full-scope oral surgery practice on 1604 near I-10 across from Top Golf. Call 210-778-0002 or go to rivercityoms.com.
Made in America, highest quality, locally owned business. That's Connecticut Quality Water Softeners. I'm Chris Knippa, owner of Connecticut in San Antonio in the Hill Country. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
A Connecticut is made right here in America, has the best warranty in the industry, and is the wise investment for your home. Plus, you can try a Connecticut water system for 90 days absolutely free with no contract. Call us at 656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Second it takes. The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagle. We are live out at the Roo Pub, 281 and Redland Road. We're here till 7 as we celebrate the station's 14th birthday.
And we got a lot of friends out here partying with us. What is it, 4:30 on a Thursday afternoon? And folks are ready to party, ready to eat some wings, eat some food, have a couple of cold beers, and just have a good time. And I like to see that.
And we got plenty of free stuff to give away. So find Pledge. He's the one with the gash on his head. Somehow the bandages keep getting bigger and bigger. It's like he's finding the first aid kit because he's not getting enough sympathy because he scratched his head this morning on his way to work. Oh, wait. Were you late to work? Oh. See, I could see him, day 2 of doing mornings. I'm late. Crap. Let me bash my head. Oh, man, look at all this blood. Oh, no, I could have just brought taquitos. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so look for play. Hey, I'm going to tell you what. There are some ice chests over there that I've got my eye on. So if you win that thing and you feel generous.
Do you want the one with the speakers in it? Or
that one's pretty cool. But
that one's cool.
The one on top of it is pretty cool, too. It's the Yingling.
The Yingling Yeti Light Cooler. Yeah.
I like that, too. So, if you're feeling generous for your old buddy Joe, just you win that thing and you want to pass it this way.
Well, you're looking for
I would appreciate
like a retirement present or something.
Well, they can call it whatever they want. Retirement present, birthday present, Thursday, happy Thursday present. I don't care what they call it.
Day that ends in Y kind
of
present.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do that, get it taken care of. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just come hang out with us. We are here till 7 on the air.
Yep.
And then we will stay much later. See, like Rob and Rudy are on their way over here. But they know, they're vets. Now, especially Rob, because, he's got a nap. He'll get here close enough so we can spend more time after.
Yeah, of course.
I'm surprised Rudy hasn't made it here yet because there's free stuff available. But Rudy's on his way over here as well.
I'm sure he is, and those guys will be showing up, and I'm looking forward to seeing those guys, and but looking forward to seeing you guys as well. So head on over here, and folks are starting to get off work now, getting into your car. Come over to the Root Pub, relax a little bit after a hard day, and hang with us, and let's celebrate San Antonio Sports Star's 14th birthday.
You know, one of the interesting stories that has dominated not the right word, that has been around all football season is Deshawn Watson and where he's going to end up. Now, obviously, last year during the season, once the season started, you knew he wasn't going to get traded. But we know he's going to get traded sooner rather than later. He will have to find a new home. The Texans want to get plenty of picks for him, or maybe a big-time defensive player. We'll see how it ultimately plays out, right? But he's got to take care of the legal stuff. Or at least that's what we've been told for so long. Well, as the offseason has started, seems like teams are lining up. They don't seem to not give a damn about all the legal stuff that Deshaun Watson is dealing with.
Because you're talking about Deshaun Watson, who is still a young man, who is a very talented quarterback and can make a difference on a team right now. You don't have to wait. He's going to come in. He's going to be your guy. You can build around him, and you're a contender immediately. So teams aren't waiting around. In fact, there are a lot of teams, Jason, that want to have a deal in place and ready to announce by March 16th. The only problem with that is we're not going to know if Deshaun's going to be criminally charged until April the 1st. So that could cause some problems. But here's the deal. Look, I don't know, but I don't think there's going to be any criminal charges. Just from what I've seen, it's going to be difficult to bring that. Civil charges are another thing. I think the biggest thing that Deshaun has to worry about is Roger Goodell. Is he going to say, you're going to have to sit out 6 games, 7 games, whatever the case may be? But if you're a team looking for a quarterback, who cares?
That's kind of where I'm at. I am pretty sure that he will face some sort of suspension, whether there's legal stuff or not, because Roger Goodell has already shown, ask Zeke, that you don't have to get convicted or charged.
Right.
Basically accused and embarrassed the league. And Deshaun Watson has certainly done that. But I also look at the teams that we keep hearing with Deshaun Watson aren't necessarily Super Bowl teams next year. We don't think they are anyway. Of course, nobody thought Cincinnati was going to be. So you can get Deshaun Watson. And next year, whether it's 6 games, 8 games, whatever Roger Goodell does, you know after that, the year beyond, you got a chance to build. But you can get, once you've got your quarterback in place, then you could start building for your future because you've got the most important part. So next year, whatever it costs you this year, who cares? Because we're not necessarily building for the 22 season. It's 23 and beyond because we're going to get our quarterback and know what we're building around.
Well, there's a couple of things that you're going to have to look at. Number one, the Houston Texans. How hard are they going to be? I mean, they've already said they want 3 first-round picks and some players. Now, that seems excessive to me, although the Washington Commanders...
Be greedy.
Right. Well, why not? So, but how long are they going to keep that up? I mean, I think if the reports are true, what the Commanders offered them and Chase Young, 2 first-round picks and a second, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I would have taken that. I don't know if they're getting anything else. It looks like the team is the Carolina Panthers, who would be willing to do just about anything. The problem there, though, is that Deshaun has a no-trade clause, and he doesn't want to go to the Carolina Panthers.
And I wonder if he even wants to go to Washington. And as I saw Jay Glenn post on our Facebook live feed, or excuse me, YouTube live, a no massage clause in his new deal with my Commandos is what he wrote.
You don't want him to go to the Washington Commanders.
I don't want him to go to the Washington Commanders, although knowing that I'm probably going to call them Commandos most of the time, or the Commies, you know, I wonder what kind of no massage clause you put in there. But more importantly, the clause that's holding everything up is Deshaun's no trade. Everything that man has been through, or seemingly been through, and put the Texans through, he still has that organization by the nuts. He still is going to control his own destiny. all of this, 22 suits against him, paying lawyers and more lawyers and all the stuff, that man has not lost an inch. That man still controls his own destiny. And whatever the Texans, when they find a team that Deshawn is willing to go to, they're negotiating against them. That hurts the Texans in leverage. It is incredible that Deshawn still has that much power in all this.
So do the Texans just say, screw you?
Well, they can't.
We're not. Well, sure they can.
No, how?
They don't have to trade him. He's under contract.
Well, they're not going to pay him not to play.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, so yeah, in some ways you're right. Could Jack Easterby, the SOB that he is, say, you know what? We're just going to have you be the scout team safety.
Yeah.
And just pay you a lot of money.
Could be.
Now, that sounds good in February. You get mad right now that Zeke is making all that money to be a blocker. Imagine your best quarterback is the third-team scout team safety.
That would be a travesty, and it would be
teams don't play hardball. James Harden knows that.
So
James
eventually,
Harden has done that.
So eventually, you think the Texans will cave?
Yes.
And not demand 3 first-round draft picks and players. Look, I don't know if they're going to do any better than if those reports are true. I don't know that they do any better than what Washington has offered them.
The only way the Texans win in this trade situation, and I say that as soon as they get rid of Deshawn, it's a win for the organization. An unfortunate win at that, because he was building something. Texans had something to be excited about. But in reality, they need to leak enough stories, or Deshawn needs to put out there that he's willing to waive his no trade clause and let teams bid. Because right now, who's bidding? Carolina and Washington? Is Miami still in the hunt? I still look at Pittsburgh, and I've always thought Pittsburgh was a great destination for Deshawn with the style of football they play, the weapons that they already have in place, a team that's a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl caliber team.
And now Brian Flores
is there. Brian Flores is on that staff. But you look at Najee Harris, you look at some of the receivers, you get rid of Big Ben. I think Deshawn could slide right in there and do well. But he's got to be willing to say, I'm willing to go there. So for Houston, that's what they want. They want teams knowing that they have to bid to get the player that they want. You know, it's like real estate right now. You know, you see a house for sale, you know, you can't put an offer in at asking because you're going to
overpay.
You're going to have to overpay. But if you know you're the only one bidding, you're not going to even offer asking.
Well, I think there's a lot of teams that are talking to the Texans. Whether they've made a formal offer or not remains to be seen. But I think you're right. I think Pittsburgh is looking. I think the Vikings might even be inquiring to see what it would take. The Miami Dolphins have to be. They're going nowhere with Tua, okay? Let's just put that out there. They're going nowhere with Tua.
They're happy with Tua.
Well, they can be happy with him all they want, but he needs to be holding a clipboard, backing up a Deshaun Watson or somebody else. He's not going to win with the Miami Dolphins. The guy's just not. He's just not, okay? I'm just telling you. I'm putting it out there. What is today? February 24th?
It is.
Tua will be a bust in the NFL.
Will be or is?
Well, he is. He's working on it. How about that? He's working on it. So the Miami Dolphins are looking. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks and would love to have a Deshaun Watson on their team. It's just going to depend on what they're willing to give up for that quarterback. And that's the issue. And again, I just don't see him getting a better offer than what's being reported out of Washington right now. And I would love to see Deshaun Watson go to Washington because that would at least help the NFC East be some sort of a division. Because right now it is a clown show.
But my team is the champion of the clown show.
Yeah, well, you're the king clown right now that lost in the first round to Jimmy Garoppolo.
2-time Super Bowl champion Jimmy Garoppolo. I saw the most bizarre stat today. Jimmy Garoppolo has the most Super Bowl rings of any active quarterback. 2 while holding a clipboard for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM, live out at the Roo Pub as we celebrate our 14th birthday party. Come hang out with us here at the Roo.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, I know who is a champion in roofing, and that is Stevens Roofing. These folks are incredible, and they do business like nobody else. It's a family-owned business. They're a local company. They're not some fly-by-night company that you see come in after a hailstorm or whatever the case may be. In fact, they're licensed by the city of San Antonio. That's important because you know they're going to be here, and you know that you got to jump through some hoops to become licensed by the city of San Antonio. And this company can do it all. They're not a one-time thing or a one-roof company. They do it all. Commercial, residential, metal, composition, doesn't make any difference. They can handle the job. They're going to give you a free estimate so you know what it's going to cost. They'll finance it for you if you need that. And here's the best part about it all. They're going to work with your insurance company. How many of you folks want to work with your insurance company? I certainly don't. So let Stevens Roofing do that for you. They'll take care of it. Then they're going to guarantee their work in writing. Then they're going to stand behind that work. So here's what I want you to do. Get out your pen. Remember this number, 210-785-0994. 210-785-0994 or stevensroofing.net. And remember, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. San Antonio Sports Star Drive to End Hunger is going on now through March 25th. Just go to sasportstar.com to give what you can or just find drop-off locations. It's all presented by the Institute for Functional Health, Rambler Sparkling Water, Copenhagen Imports, and Airtron.
Do you love your garage? Can you get your cars and the kids' bikes in? Jason Minix here for Garageization, your garage storage solution. With a variety of shelving, overhead racks, slat walls, and closed cabinet options, Garageization can make your garage functional for the entire family. Call 210-664-4494 and have them give you a free customized plan for your family's needs. For over a decade, Garageization has helped people love their garage. Learn more online at GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com today. That's Babbel.com.
Find more jobs on the new Monster.com. Jobs for night owls, early risers. Jobs for people who do their best thinking in the morning, or the evening, or the shower, or with TV cameras pointed in their face. Jobs for people who like the way they look in scrubs, or in cowboy hats, or tool belts. Even jobs for people who think they have a voice for radio. With more advice and jobs for career switchers, new grads, and digital nomads, Monster has all you need to find the right fit. Go to thenewmonster.com or download our app today.
My stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Pepto-Bismol's in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Ooh, let me try it.
Try Pepto-Bismol Chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
According to TxDOT, on average, one motorcyclist dies every day on Texas roads. Motorcycle accidents can cause severe injuries, from road rash and broken bones to spinal injuries, brain injuries, and death. If you or a loved one were injured in a motorcycle crash, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious motorcycle accidents and gets serious results for injured clients. To learn more or start your claim today, visit tjhlaw.com/radio. That's tjhlaw.com/radio. San Antonio, Texas.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you cooked on the grill or smoker, and you can win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market. Grilling with the Blitz. Online at sasportstar.com.
Hey guys, it's Rudy J. Let's talk the biggest stories in sports tomorrow morning, 7 till 10 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Oh, that was Rudy. who's not at the Roo Pub, but Rob Thompson is. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. We are at the Roo Pub for our 14th birthday party. Rob Thompson up from his nap.
Wide awake.
Has sort of.
Tail.
You're sort of wide awake.
I'm kind of here.
Yeah, you got morning voice. Yeah.
Do I have morning voice?
How in the hell did you get here before Rudy?
I don't know. I think he had a after-school thing to deal with.
Oh.
Would be my assumption.
Well, he said I'd be there about 4:15.
Well, the issue
Which means
is
about
1604.
Oh, yeah.
If he chose 1604, he chose poorly.
Well, would that surprise you?
Well, actually, it moved along pretty well, but I kind of got frozen there for a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if was close but far away.
Did you see all these people that came to celebrate the birthday? I mean, this is great.
First of all, I like the new stage area.
Yeah.
Well, it's always been here.
Well, I know, but I like the way this is set up now.
Yeah.
And we don't stare into the sun. Like we used to. Now it's at our back. But yeah, good crowd.
Yeah, good crowd. Early. Got some great prizes to give away. And one of the worst shirts we've ever put out is being worn.
I saw Steve Canto.
And I just told him, keep your jacket on, man. We can't do that. But Rob, I got to ask you.
That's not
I kind of like the shirt.
That is
terrible.
I like the shirt.
It is the fact that thing has survived 3 washes. It still looks like
that shirt's going to be around 1,000 years. It's not going to degrade. Whatever it's made of ain't going anyplace.
Nobody's taking it out of their closet except Canto. I've got to ask though. You've been with us at the station now for what, 5 years, 6 years?
I think I'm at 6.
Are you at 6?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what Rob Thompson was like day 2 with James Pledger producing the morning show. At what point did you get a phone call and your reaction?
I'm now just a guest on somebody else's show.
Yes, you are.
So,
yeah.
Let me tell you what really went down.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So, first of all, I had grown very accustomed to arriving to work alone.
Yeah.
Getting there, and now it's become a freaking competition. Because this dude's already there. So I pulled in this morning a little after 5, and he was backed in, and I was like, rats, he got me. So anyway, I walk in, and I don't see him. So I know that we've had some studio issues, so I figure he's just right next door. So I'm setting my stuff up, and still don't see him. And then sit down, set my computer up, and logged on, and I still don't see him. I'm wondering. So I walk out, and he's not where he's normally supposed to be, and I sit down, and then here he comes running into the studio, holding a.
I trust me, when you say running, he's literally running.
He's running,
yes.
And he bursts into the studio holding a blood-soaked rag, like soaked in blood, and this patch over his head. And I was like, "Well, I can't say what I said."
Sure.
I thought he'd been attacked in the parking lot.
Well, there's that cat.
Then he's
got a stray cat.
The
feral cat.
Man, you never know. So I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he proceeds to tell me the story, and all I could think about was, how long ago was this? And then, from the neck down, he's impeccably dressed. No blood anywhere. There's blood all over this rag. There's blood on his hands. No blood on his white shirt and bow tie. And all I could think of is, when did this happen? And how are you at work? So he got fully dressed while bleeding, I assume.
Yeah.
And got no blood on him, got to work. We finally talked him into it, and now you got a little super glue.
Well, so, yeah, and Pledge and I go back about 20 years. I've got messages from him. They're trying to get a hold of my wife, because anytime he's got a medical issue, if he sneezes, he calls Joanna, what should I take? Right? Which is understandable.
Yes.
You send me a text.
Like,
hey, can we send him to so-and-so to get stitched up? And I'm thinking, what the hell happened? And then I think I text you, I don't even want to know. And then I'm like, no, they're not going to stitch him. They'll glue him. And then I saw him on the live stream. I'm like, he's fine.
Well, he's going to add some character to his face. There's a little bit of a roadmap. He's got a detour going on.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, he needs to use it to his advantage,
but
right?
You can't say this story.
Well,
right. Yeah, you got to make up a good story that
entirely different.
What story did you hear?
The kitty litter onto the shower rod holder.
Yeah.
Without the shower rod.
So what it's turned into is when it got to the radio station at dark 30, because we're just down from the Eisenhower Road Flea Market, where at one point there was the mobile COVID testing site,
the
right?
Shady ponytail.
Yes. All right.
COVID testing.
But he stopped at that gas station, for a morning double shot of Jolt Cola or something, and he got attacked in the parking lot.
That was my thought.
But that's the story we're going with.
he fought them off gallantly, remained impeccably dressed.
Well, that's what I say, and he actually whipped them all. Got away, and all he came out was he got scratched across. The guy had a big knife, scratched him across the head.
That's because at the mobile testing place, the lady missed the nose with the rod and got him in the forehead.
That's just it,
right?
And by the way, in the morning, the what you see is more like the zombies from Walking Dead and not the zombies from World War Z. The 4:30 a.m. zombies, they're moving slow.
Yeah.
If you get in a fight, it's because you just chose to. You can get away from those guys.
At what point did you just want to smack him like you would one of your boys?
To get out and go get stitches?
Yeah.
Well, I have to be realistic. I had very little alternative. I will say this. At the time that I saw it, when we looked at it, it had stopped bleeding. And it seemed to have set pretty well. And I offered my services. So, I had two boys. I've super glued before.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to do that as friends, not as anyone who works with you.
Yeah.
And I probably need to leave the premises to do it. But a surgical procedure, I offered to do it, but he said no. And at that point, we got him out the door, and he went and did it.
I'm glad he went and got all glued up.
And we'd like to thank Chris Glasgow, the producer on KTSA, to take some time and cover just a bit.
Nice.
Yeah. Effing Pledge.
The Adventures of Pledge.
Yeah, the thing about it was Mike was left out on an island. He had no idea what was going on, and about 15 minutes ahead of time found out that the producer wasn't going to be there.
Because of kitty litter and a bathroom, shower rod.
It's a Harry Potter story from now on. He's the one that lived.
And he's the only one I know because I'm going to have a scar.
Well, 14 years, man.
Does our insurance cover plastic surgery?
See, that was my concern. I didn't want to go down that road. And just like, maybe we should go across the street and maybe there might be a witch doctor over there that could do it.
Plastic surgery. Dude, if you're going to get plastic surgery, go all the way. All right? Don't just stop at the scar.
He doesn't think he needs it. 14 years, man. 14 years.
And you've been here for every one of them.
I have.
Are there any more memorable years than others? I mean,
that's kind of a loaded question.
Well, no, I think you've seen them all. You've gone through
it is interesting because we're just climbing the mountain.
PDs
and there's years that you want to forget. They at the beginning, the zone year, some of the things that we were allowed to do back then because they didn't think anybody was listening to us. Back when we had the 7 to 8 o'clock hour with Don Murphy that had a certain space.
You were doing work
spot
with
an
adult institution.
Yeah, the Megaplex was sponsoring the hour back then, and some of the in-studio guests. There's still the fact that we haven't changed microphones in 14 years, but I can say the microphone I use every day, one time a Playboy bunny chipped her tooth on that microphone.
Oh, wow. What was she demonstrating? I want to hear this story.
She was sneezing.
Sneeze.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It was kind of like a James
That's what we're
Fletcher
going
story.
with.
Yes.
The legend will live.
Yeah. The Dat Win years were a lot of fun. But really, I mean, going to all the stuff that we get to go to, there's always some great stories. You guys, Eric Messersmith joined us in L.A., and we spent some time telling some stories about Joe's favorite city, New Orleans.
The legends.
Yeah.
As I've learned, there are certain stories that have become lore through the ages that have to be told to the newcomers as they come in. Well, I'll tell you about this day. The good news is it was always better last time.
Oh, man.
Feels
I'm
that way.
looking
The
forward to
stories
next
that you
time.
tell. Well, yeah, you look forward to the next time. But anybody who hadn't been before, it was always.
I mean, Rudy and some of his stories in New York. We will tell those stories for 40 years.
And to hear the true story, you kind of have to join us. You kind of have to be amongst faces and not voices.
There's certain things that happened at a Super Bowl in Houston.
There are legends that need to be.
Crimes
some never need to be spoken
that
of.
may or may not have been committed.
There are some situations that never need to be spoken of, especially when dealing with the people that we were talking about.
Yeah. Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers. Only indicted, never convicteders.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So yeah, lots of great stories, and
Guys,
I'm looking forward to many, many more.
Come out and join us tonight.
I'm glad you're up.
I'm looking at coolers.
Yeah,
I'm looking at a Yingling one that should be mine.
Well, that's
yes.
You're gonna have to fight
Ryan
me
Eagles
for
already claimed it.
The Mike's one. Those are it's good stuff.
Yeah, that one got speakers in it. It's Bluetooth with speakers.
How are we doing this?
Yeah, register.
First one out the door.
Last to leave, Rob. Last to leave.
Seriously, how are we doing this?
2 a.m.
How are we giving them more?
Register to win. First, you've got to come over. You've got to sign James Pledger's cast. Because he's
sign his scar.
That's how you register to win. Show him a little sympathy, love. Bring him a card and a Band-Aid. He'll be fine. Yeah, that's
sign
how
up and be here for but you got to be here to win, right?
Yeah, register to win. Come out and see us.
We're at the Roo Pub.
At the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. Have a morning beer with Rob Thompson.
Yes, a morning beer.
Yes.
The life of a Spaniard.
Rudy says he's going to be here soon. We're way late for the break.
That's what I do.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
Y'all be good.
Edward's back there just like, dude, it's already 5. We're 5 o'clock. We're late. We've got more coming up here on the Blitz, live out at the Roo Pub. Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. Whether you get arrested, it's a family member, a friend of yours, somebody gets arrested. You want to get out of jail fast? Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text the word bail to 474747, or you can even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option, AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They have payment plans available, offer a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. 225-2121 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. NFL running back Malcolm Brown is at the Roo Pub. He joins us next live here on the Blitz.
Halftime with Michael Jimenez.
Kielbasa Bacon phone lines are open. Eddie.
I love the show, and you're definitely an acquired taste because at first I wasn't sure about the show, and now you've actually become one of my favorite shows here today. Awesome job.
David is online too.
Hey, acquired taste. How you doing today, bro?
I'm an acquired taste. I'm going to put that down on my business card.
Grab lunch with Michael Jimenez on Halftime. Weekdays at noon. San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
The San Antonio Home and Garden Show is coming up February 25th through the 27th, and the Window Source of San Antonio would love to see you there. We'll be there hoping homeowners just like you get quality windows at the price you deserve. Come by our booth and mention ESPN, and we'll knock off an additional 5%. Isn't it time you let them old windows go? Call the Window Source of San Antonio right now, 210-880-3021. That's 210-880-3021. Come visit our showroom at 6800 Fairgrounds Parkway, or visit us at windowsourceofsa.com.
You can talk low carb all you want, but if you don't have a lineup of great tasting snacks behind you, you're not going to win the keto game. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are high protein and low carb. Plus, they're low sugar, gluten-free, and naturally loaded in collagen. So it is a no-brainer. Get the bold flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B and online at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Live, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Joe Reinagle. Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagel, live at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redmond Road, as the station celebrates our 14th birthday. Very early on in the radio years, we had this guy come in studio after, they won a state championship at Steel. Now with the Miami Dolphins, although about to be a free agent. Malcolm Brown joining us, man. How you doing? Well, hang on. Let's get your microphone on.
There we go.
Let's see. Turn a microphone on, Greg. All right.
Are we good? We good? Hello?
Yeah, there we go.
There
Turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Can you hear now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I got to appreciate live radio, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Oh, yeah. It's all good.
I'm thrilled to have this guy here. You kidding me?
It's my man right there.
Man. Hey, man, it's good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Everything good?
Everything's good, man. Back home, chilling, training. You know how it goes, man. I'm
Absolutely.
good, man. I'm solid.
Getting ready for what is it like when you're going into a season like this or an off season like
Let's
this?
switch out the headphones here. We'll put these ones on, see if they work a little bit better. I don't know what Rob Thompson did to the headphones a minute ago.
We're trying out new equipment.
Yeah, there we
that's
go.
Better.
That
Look at
sounds
that.
much better.
You got it right.
There we go. Perfect. All right, so let's start it over. Man, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are y'all, man?
Doing well. Here, put that around there.
There we go. Y'all the experts. I'm over here struggling a little bit. There we go.
You're all right, man.
You don't struggle. You've done interviews a gazillion times now, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, Malcolm, what is it like going into a year like this where and I don't know how it works. So, I always live through you. Right, so you're a free agent this year going to the offseason.
Yes,
so do you just let your agent handle all that and you stay in shape, or how does that work?
Oh, yeah, man. I just lock in on my training. There's a lot of stuff in the NFL in general you can't control. So for me, man, it's simple being in it for so long, going on year 8 now. I'm just locking in on my training, trying to hone in on any little thing possible to just make me better, man, and just let the agent handle it, let the chips fall where they may, man.
Dude, you're 8. I feel like an old man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm feeling like it too.
Year 8, when you think about most careers last 3 years, just under 3 years, I think is the average.
Yes, sir.
Year 8
Yes,
as a running back, right?
Yes, sir.
That says a lot about you.
Oh, yeah, man. I can tell you, in all honesty, I think about it almost every day, especially, when the season's going on. I'm like, man, I can't believe, I'm doing what I'm doing, man. But I'm just blessed, man. And I just keep working, man. Keep finding reasons to keep going and stay motivated. That's all it is.
So when you're in the off season like this, is there any time to kind of, mess around a little bit, have some fun, or is it just work?
Oh, yeah, man. Usually right when the season's over, you have a little bit of fun. Month of January is, when you can take some trips and then, do kind of whatever you want. This year, I was just relaxing, man. I was in Miami, man, so I didn't really have to go anywhere, So,
yeah, okay. Rub it in. Right?
Dude. All right, so let's talk about how surprised were you when Brian Flores got let go in Miami?
Man, I was very surprised. I was actually in the locker room it was our last day, the exit interviews and all that type of stuff, man. And I'm talking to just one of our player personnel guys, casual conversation. I walk out, see, I'm in a hallway where I can see the locker room, but I'm not in there. And I see a lot of people just huddled up. And I walk in, turn the corner, see Flo and his assistant, man, and just some looks on their faces. So I knew something was up, look on everybody's faces. And he was just kind of, shaking everybody's hand and saying his goodbyes and stuff, man. I was super shocked, man, because Coach Flo is definitely a solid guy, great coach, a lot of respect around the league, man. And but that's part of it. That's what he said. That's what the assistant said, and just had to move on. I mean, it's crazy.
When you look at Brian Flores, and everybody thought that, I think everybody was shocked. I mean, I don't talk to anybody that was shocked. And I know the NFL is a business, but when you hear about what's going on with him and everything, I don't know how else to ask this, Malcolm. I mean, do you see that in your experience with the NFL that there are some problems that need to be dealt with?
It's definitely a tough subject to talk on, but maybe there is. That's something for me. I do like to just be.
I got you. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's all good. You my man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So but that's an honest answer for me, man. For me, I do like to stay in my own bubble and kind of let that handle itself, man. But I think there's something there, but I can't really, speak on that in detail or really get into it because I'm not the one upstairs. I'm not the one that's in it.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brown joining us here on the Blitz, live out at the Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. Free agent.
Yes,
And I know so, all right, so a man without a team, right? Is that the idea of going back to Miami or wherever your agent tells you? 8 years in the league, is it more for this free agency period where you kind of get to pick where you want to go? Is it best offer, best chance to go back to a Super Bowl? I know you were with the Rams on that Super Bowl team, but you didn't get to play and they didn't win anyway. But is it your goal there just to work or to be on a team where you got a chance to go get a ring?
Man, a ring would be great. I'll tell you that right now. A ring would be great, man. But at the same time, there's a lot of variables that play a part. You got wanting to play, obviously the salary and everything like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that play a part, man. And so you really just got to lock in on yourself and what's best for you, and just make that decision, just whatever is best for you and your family.
So were you sitting around the house or wherever you were? Were you pulling for the Rams?
No, I was hating a little bit, man. Just because I just left. But no, man, I still have a lot of friends, man. I actually went to Los Angeles a couple days before the Super Bowl, man, and I was just hanging out with Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee was my guy out there, man. So I was at his house just kicking it, just getting caught up on all the guys, man, all the old friends and stuff, man. So I was very happy for a lot of those guys, man. I knew some guys, in Cincinnati as well. Got the hometown kid out there as well, man. So I was definitely excited for those guys to win it.
It's interesting because you just mentioned Trey got to play in the Super Bowl this year. Trey Flowers from Judson. For so many years, we hear about San Antonio gets overlooked when it comes to high school football. Everybody talks about Dallas, Houston, Austin to a degree. You start looking around at the San Antonio, the 2-0 representation in the NFL. It's pretty damn impressive.
Oh yeah, we're getting there now. We got some guys, man. I hate to try to list them all because I'll miss somebody, man. But we got some guys, man. We got Trey and Trayvon Moehrig and Vincent Taylor. Shoot, we got
Anderson Dejo's been in the league 81 years now. I mean, think about that, right? That
Anderson
dude's still in the league.
Caden Stearns, man. Caden is my guy, man. I was with Caden when he was, we called him Katie K back in the day when he was real little, man. Yeah. So it's definitely exciting to see San Antonio really coming up. When you really take a look at it, man, I think you're completely right. We got some guys that are really representing the San Antonio area very well.
But we always knew that, especially watching you playing at Steele, and you see a guy on the field, like watching you play high school ball even. And that this guy's special.
For sure.
Right? And you can even see it. We had a chance, and I'm probably older than you guys, but I got to watch Johnny Manziel play high school ball. And some of these guys, and you just kind of know that these guys are special, man. And so it aggravates me, Malcolm, to see, people ragging on San Antonio. And we don't have it because we are up and coming, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And I know you still see it now being around town. And you see these guys.
Oh, yeah, man. No doubt about it, man. Coming back to town and meeting some of these guys, I was actually, able to meet Trayvon and, like I said, known Caden for so long, man. And to be able to just come back in town and sometimes, meet a guy, when I'm, he may come and try to train with me or, get in contact with me or something like that, man. But anytime I do see a guy, though, I can't tell you, man, I do like to reach out on social media or whatever it may be, man, and just be like, hey, man, I don't want anything. I'm just letting you know I'm rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? I've done that with plenty of guys, man. So,
which is awesome. I know I saw on social media the other day you were over at Steele. Go back to the alma mater, and you walk in. They all want to get to where you are now. You're in the league, right? And in the league for a long time. But you know what it was like being that high school guy.
No doubt.
And you've learned through the years, you can be the stud at your high school. You might be the best in your district. But then you get to a place like UT and you realize, damn, man, the competition, it's pretty even. And then you get to the league, and it's even more.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's tough, man. I tell a lot of guys, man, when I'm able to talk to them or, talk to a team or talk to an individual player, it's just all about consistency and all about where your mind is, So it's and I tell them, I like to be straight up. It's a tough road, man, because like I said, man, obviously me, I had a lot of success in high school, college, went down, had an okay, career at Texas, man, but I had to start over, man. Practice squad my whole first year. Felt like I was, the red shirt guy or something. I had never felt that feeling, man. So it's definitely, it never goes exactly how you plan it. but it always works out if you stick to it.
You know, we talk a lot about it, and I've talked a lot about this over the years. The difference in talent with each step you take.
Yeah.
And I know you know this better than anybody, but it is a huge jump. Number one, from high school to college, and then even a bigger jump when you get up to the NFL level.
Sure. Yeah, man. It's tough, man. You know, you're making me laugh because, you know, I always tell people, like, you know, you get to the NFL, man, you can't just run around defensive linemen. They're going to catch you. You know, you got these dudes are big, but they will catch you, man. If you're not on your game, and you know, I'm getting to a point now, man. I'm on year 8, man. I'm working out extra hard, man. I got to keep up with these young cats, man. These cats are getting bigger, stronger, faster, man. So yeah, man, it's definitely the change is you can tell immediately. The speed of the game is the jump is crazy, especially, you know, in college I felt it, but when you get to that next level, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. These guys have some animals out there.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Malcolm Brown joining us here live out at the Roo Pub. I'm going to ask you a couple knucklehead questions, but be honest with me. You play running back in the NFL.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
and
sir.
you know we're San Antonio. It is a Cowboys town. Cowboys. We spent a lot of time talking about the Cowboys. You got guys like Joe Reinagle. Man, Zeke, he's done. He makes too much money just to block. Give the ball to Tony Pollard. So we had Emmett Smith on in Los Angeles on Radio Row for the Super Bowl. And Emmett was like, Tony Pollard isn't built to go that many carries like Zeke is. And they don't game plan for Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
And you watch Zeke, and, you know, it looks like he's lost a step. You watch all these guys on film, and you know what it's like to run in between those tackles or try to get outside.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at running backs like Zeke or Pollard, or you see a guy like Pollard who will get a couple of big carries in a game, and then that's it, and then they're not giving it to him anymore. What do you see as a pro running back?
Oh, man, I think you know, I don't know everything that's in these coaches' heads, but I think a two-back system, and I feel like a guy like Tony, which I've never met or anything like that, man, but I feel like, you know, they may look at him as, you know, a weapon, and they may, you know, just use him for, you know, some carries here and there. And then, like you said, you know, they may not feel like he's just completely built to withstand so many carries. But Zeke is a bigger guy, obviously, has great experience, and, you know, it does. I think it takes some experience, you know, with your body, with your mind, to be able to withstand so many carries, you know, each and every week. And they probably just feel that way, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not in that Cowboys that office or anything. I do know that running back coach. That running back coach was my running back coach at some point, though.
When you're a running back getting 20 carries a game, versus a running back that's getting, you know, 5-8 snaps a game and maybe 4 or 5 carries, your body the next day. I mean, what's the recovery like? I mean, take us inside that training room, if you will, and understanding when somebody says his body's not built for that kind of pounding. You go, yeah, hell yeah, you understand, right?
Oh yeah, man, it's tough, man, because I could tell you, it's a joke I heard from one of the one of the OGs running backs that I had in the room when I was a rookie, Benny Cunningham, man. I never forget Benny. He was like, man, you know, if somebody went out there and have a good game, he was like, you gonna pay for that. You gonna pay for the 100 yards you just got it. And sure enough, you know, next day you in that training room and you're trying to recover, and it's tough, man. It's tough. You don't have to plug in. You know, I had a great game against them Cowboys.
Yeah,
man.
well,
I had 19 carries that game. That next day, I paid for all those carries, man. So yeah, it's definitely tough, man. But at the same time, man, you got a lot of great organizations with great training staffs and stuff like that, man. And now they'll get you right, and that next week get you rolling, man. But it's definitely tough.
I'm just glad that everybody has a great game against the Cowboys. I mean, you know, I'm happy for you, but mad at the same time.
It's improved a lot of careers.
Yeah.
Right, I got to ask you, Malcolm, because I played high school ball. I wasn't very good, but never get to that level, man. Honestly, you got to tell me. Some of the hits that I see, man, there's no way I'd be crying like a baby. How in the world do you get up from some of those?
Man, you know, I think there's, from playing so long, it might be like a slight just callus around my body, you know, to where I just take it. But nah, man, I think it's pure adrenaline. It's pure adrenaline, seriously. And then sometimes, you know, just for the viewers, sometimes some of those bigger hits, you know, don't even hurt as much as, a regular hit, with a guy just kind of just smushing down on you or something like that. Those are the ones that'll kind of get you, man. When somebody's just a form tackle and just lands directly on you, and those are the ones that really hurt for real.
Wow. Malcolm Brown joining us here on the Blitz. Who has delivered the biggest hit or the one that hurt the most on you? Who's the one guy you're like, that son of a...
No hesitation, Cam Chancellor.
Really?
Oh, wow.
No hesitation.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
No hesitation. I caught it was like a 3rd and 12, like a 3rd and 10 or something. I just caught like a check down, ended up getting a first down, and he made me pay for the first down. I kind of split him and Bobby Wagner, and he caught me in the ribs, and for a good 4 or 5 weeks, it was tough. That first week I couldn't laugh too hard. Couldn't take deep breaths, excuse me. And man, Cam Chancellor, no hesitation.
Wow, now it's kind of knocked the wind out of you. You had to recover a little bit.
Man, knocked the wind out of me. I had to. Luckily, we had a guy like Todd, so I was able to take some plays off. I was able to get on the sideline and catch my breath. But man, I could honestly say about 4 to 5 weeks, I was feeling something there. Something was there.
Have you ever told him that?
No, I never got a chance to meet Cam Chancellor, man. That's definitely somebody I would love to meet, but I never got a chance to.
Well, you met him, all right. I guess.
Yeah. I did meet him, but I didn't meet him.
So if you run into him at a bar, do you buy him a beer, or do you say, dude, you owe me a beer?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I got to.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Absolutely. And Malcolm, let's talk a little UT real quick.
Yes, sir.
How do we get UT back to where it needs to be?
I think
for years they've been back.
Yeah. I think it just takes some time, man. Some time, some trust in those guys, man. I think, people expect, an immediate, turnaround. And, I don't know what goes on over there as well, so, after a year or two, they might get a coach out of there or something. But, a lot of people, just need a little bit of time, man. Just give them a little bit of time, get some of the guys that they want to recruit in there, nothing. I don't want to offend or anything like that. Anybody that's there before a coach gets there, but man, just give those guys some time, man. Let them set a real foundation, because there are a lot of guys that even have left, and have been successful at different universities. But just got to give some time and then just let those coaches, set a foundation and then just let them roll, just let them go.
So, what do you think about the SEC move?
Oh man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's
right?
tough to gauge, tough to see. In my head, Texas playing Georgia and Alabama every year,
wow.
And, stuff like that. But it'll be exciting though. I'm
for fans,
excited.
It's great.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. It'll definitely be exciting, and having a guy like Sarkisian in there who knows that conference a little bit and being able to compete in there, I'm definitely excited for my alma mater for sure.
Now, you're not just a football player. You're a businessman.
Yes, sir.
How's my guy Kyle?
Man, he's good, man. He's good. Kyle's doing well, man. I'm extremely proud of Kyle, what he's done, what he's built out. I already knew, the success that we're having right now would come just from, the conversations and everything he showed me and put in front of me before we made the move. I'm extremely proud of him. We have a great team around us now, have hired some people, and, man, we just got to get this thing rolling. For sure.
Now, let's kind of open the secret up a little bit, right? Kyle is Kyle Davis.
Kyle Davis.
Played high school ball over at Reagan. Was a hell of a player at Reagan.
Yep. Tulane.
You guys, then went off to Tulane, and you guys opened up a fitness. Is that the right term?
What's it called now?
Yes, sir. It's the Compound Training Company.
Compound train, not fitness training.
Right.
Training.
Yes, sir. We're right off. It's crazy because I didn't really look it up, but man, we're right 5 minutes down here, right off Santerre in Stone Oak, and we opened up a facility, man, that's focused on functional training. We're not in there, just lifting heavy weights and getting everybody in there and squeezing people in there. It's all about private to semi-private training. Working on the adjustments. You'll go through a full body assessment, get your body fat. You go through an assessment with Kyle himself. He has you do various amounts of, different exercises to where he can, see certain deficiencies in your body and where you may need to work and things like that, man. And it's one-on-one training with him or with some of our staff.
Is it geared for high school and college athletes trying to get better at their sport, or out of shape old guys like Joe and myself?
That's the good thing about the compound. You guys can come in there as well, man. It's actually crazy. We have, I think, signed up right now. It's more, civilians, if you will, that come in there than athletes. But yeah, man, it's for everybody, man. So I expect to see y'all guys in there.
Well, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. Kyle
like I'm going to work out with Malcolm Brown.
Let me tell you what they did to me, man.
I can do your warm up.
So we went in there. We shot a story with these guys, right? So they're doing all that stuff, and I learned that I've got way too much body fat. That's the first thing. But then they put me in this cryo chamber.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Dude, have you ever been in a cryo chamber?
No,
dude. I'm telling you,
well, you got to come by, man.
You need to, because it's incredible. It gets rid of all the inflammation, right? So if you've got pains and stuff, but dude, they put me in there for a minute, and I guess some guys go like 3, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir. I just got out of there yesterday, 3 minutes.
See, and you look great. But here's what happens. So you're standing in there and it's cold, right? But I felt like that. You ever seen the old guy, the husky guy, and he's got the icicles hanging off his nose?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I felt like. I'm like,
you'll feel it now. You'll feel it, yes sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, Jason, you got to come on.
Malcolm, we just had a story the other day about an Olympic skier who had the worst injury that you could think of.
Oh man. You gonna do this to Malcolm?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Let me see.
Did you hear about this guy?
No, I missed it.
He's literally a Finnish skier. Joe, Google it real quick. So
I
see
missed
the
it,
story.
man. I missed it.
Apparently, in this cross country speed skiing race, and they wear very thin outfits because it's speed, it's aerodynamic.
Yes, sir.
He apparently suffered a frozen penis during the race, and talked about the injury afterwards.
Oh no!
And so,
there's your headline.
That's tough. And apparently, it's called polar penis, is the official medical term for it. I'm not BSing you, man. Malcolm, I mean, this is a legit thing. And then you read about it's the second time this has happened to him.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Well, and again, the fact that there's a term for it, they know how to treat it. The fact that that's real, and you're wanting me to go get into a cryo chamber? No,
we have none of that. Okay, none of that.
Well,
no, we ain't gonna do like that. We're gonna do like that at the compound. We're gonna take care of you at the compound, man. We gotta take care of you.
I'm just saying, though, it's apparently a real thing.
Oh man, that's crazy. I just learned something new.
Think about all the injuries you've had throughout your career. Does that not sound like the worst?
Yeah. That's it. That may be the worst.
And you've played in some cold weather.
Oh yeah, but to be that cold to do that, that's different. That's different.
I mean, the Green Bay's got nothing on this.
That's something different. Now.
What's the worst weather conditions you've had to play?
I ain't gonna look at that no more. Oh man, that's crazy. That's wild.
Oh man,
that is super wild.
You're gonna be thinking about that all day now,
dude. He's gonna go read about it later and be like, dude,
got me scared to get in my own cryo chamber. I'm scared.
I mean, just make sure everything's dry.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yes, yes.
That's funny. That's funny, man. That's funny.
Yeah. Is everything else good for you?
I'm great, man. How about y'all, man?
Dude, it's great, man. It's good to see you.
Yes, sir. Very good to see y'all, man. It's been a while, man, but I love to come home and do things like this and be around the community and say what's up to everybody, man. So I appreciate y'all inviting me out here.
Dude, anytime, man. Appreciate it. It's been a while since we've seen you.
I know, man.
Tell Kyle hello, will you?
I will.
We'll do this a lot more. Malcolm Brown joining us here live at Rue. I see a big old plate of wings for you. He's going to be here for a while. So come by.
Can you do that?
I'm going to hang around.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
That's right.
He can do that now, right?
Yes, sir.
He can do that. As we continue here, John Mcclane of the Houston Chronicle will join us next. We have more coming up here from the Rue Pub. More stars going to join us, like Malcolm Brown, and they're going to hang out, man. It's a party here.
Love that
as the station celebrates 14 years here in San Antonio. You know, last night for dinner, I took some kielbasa fresh sausage that they do have. They only have it available a couple times a year at their company store down on South Brazos. Mixed it with some ground beef and made sausage burgers last night. They were fantastic. Now, those are available at the company store. At retail stores everywhere, you can find their great sausage. You can find the bacon. You can find the chorizo. You can find their breakfast links. But no, when you go buy products from Kielbasa Smoked Meats, not only are you getting the best sausage on the planet, but you're also helping others. This year alone, Kielbasa has donated more than 2 tons of sausage to the San Antonio Food Bank, donating premium sausage with a special label designed to provide encouragement to people who are experiencing hard times. They call this their Links of Love program at Kielbasa, and with it, they donate to local food banks and the disaster relief efforts. You can learn more about the Kielbasa Links of Love program on their website, kielbasa.com. Just make sure you get into the grocery store. Get yourself some kielbasa today.
More birthday party here at the Root Pub. That's coming up right after the Sports Center update. You know, Major League Baseball, they continued to talk. The league set a deadline yesterday of Monday for the Players Association, so both sides are running out of time. They've got to come up with an agreement by then or face the possibility of missing games, in which the league has said they will not make those games up and the players will lose money. So they've got to get this deal done. They are meeting today. They will meet again tomorrow. We understand. All right, college basketball. How about those UT Longhorns? Chris Beard has them rolling. They beat TCU last night, 75-66. But, boy, the part of that that's good for Texas, they're at 20 wins. In fact, they're 20-8 on the season. This is their first 20-win season since 2016. Tonight, UTSA is in action. They'll take on UAB. Convocation Center is the site. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagle.
Just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
You can talk low carb all you want, but if you don't have a lineup of great tasting snacks behind you, you're not going to win the keto game. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are high protein and low carb. Plus, they're low sugar, gluten-free, and naturally loaded in collagen. So it is a no-brainer. Get the bold flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B and online at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
Yes, I'm so sorry about the wait, ma'am. I'll be with you shortly. Carrie, how many appointments did we book at 2:30?
Jin's physical therapy clinic is pretty stretched. He needs another PT before patients get bent out of shape.
You get fresh ice pack from Miss Davis's knee.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, it's Rudy J. I'm here with my lawyer, Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm. Jason, as I'm riding around the city, I notice your nice billboards. They look good, but
I have a couple out there trying to keep up with the competition, I
they
guess.
look good. Now, I get in a car accident. Am I going to be talking to you? I don't want to talk to some guy that works for you. I want to talk to the guy that's on the billboard.
No, I know. And you know that you talk to me, but
Yes.
and you have, you and I have been friends for a long time, and I've represented you for a long time. But that relationship that you and I have is the relationship I have with a lot of my clients. And I think you're recognizing something that I don't know if everybody knows, that the face on the billboard for that firm might not be the lawyer that you actually get to talk to. That's not true with me, as you know.
Right.
If you call 900-0400, my office number, and you have a question about your case, you're going to talk to me. I'm the lawyer on the billboard, but I'm the lawyer that will handle your case.
Call 210-900-0400, 210-900-0400, or a lawyerforus.com.
Thank you, Rudy.
Hi, I'm Flo from Progressive. If you love the sports like me, you get annoyed with your team or player. So Progressive's going to help take your mind off your team or that player for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they lost that thing recently, think about Progressive letting you compare our direct rates side by side with competitors to easily find the lowest option. Don't worry, your sports ball team or player will get him next time. Hope this distraction from Progressive about easily comparing rates was helpful to not think about that last game or match or season. I mean, even though I love sports ball.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
That's the sound of a crack in the ceiling found at a home inspection. But with a Realtor by your side, a newfound leak might only cause minor worries. With their expertise, a Realtor can suggest a credit at closing and even connect you to a contractor to help you shore up that leak and alleviate your worries. When it comes to cracks in your plans, the expertise of a Realtor can make all the difference. The difference between an agent and a Realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
On the radio, all I hear is sell us your house, sell us your car, sell us your dog, sell us your wife, and sell us your children. My name's John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. First guy to ever advertise sell us your car on the radio. Been doing it 30 years. Everybody copied me, man. I got to come up with a new deal. No, I don't, because we're the best car buyer in the United States of America. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagle, live at the Roo Pub, 281 and Redland Road, as the radio station celebrates 14 years here in San Antonio. I want to thank Malcolm Brown, who's a free agent last year with the Miami Dolphins, a lot of years with the Rams, former Longhorn, joining us here on location. Others are on their way here. And one that probably should be here in person, because it'd be a lot of fun to sit around and talk to at a bar. John Mcclane of the Houston Chronicle joining us now as he does every Thursday. John, how's your Thursday treating you?
Well, I would much rather be there with you guys than stuck in Houston traffic.
I don't blame you.
That's
John,
today and every day.
Isn't that the truth? That Houston traffic is brutal, man. All right, John, obviously we talk to you every week. It seems like the conversation comes back to Deshawn Watson. We hear today that there are teams lined up to try and get this guy. Is there any favorites on that list, or what are you hearing?
First of all, there's no teams lined up to get Deshaun Watson as long as he's got those 22 civil suits. There was a report that teams would trade for him, even though they have the civil suits. But every time I talk to them, they tell me the same story. Teams have told them, get the suits resolved, and we're interested.
So ultimately, I know with the NFL calendar continuing to tick, now there's time constraints. There's a deadline, if you will, even if it's not a real hard deadline. How quickly do you think something will happen when it comes to Deshaun Watson?
I don't think it'll be quick at all. If he gets the 22 civil suits settled, then teams will start calling to try to make a trade, and they'll get the best offer and make the trade. They're going to give him away for 50 cents on the dollar, and they had 3 1s, a 3 and a 5 that they were getting from Miami. I don't think they're going to get that again. I think they might get 2 1s and a 3 and a 5. But you never know. Maybe Nick Casario can pull it off. But they're not going to take the first offer, I can tell you that.
John, that brings up an interesting point, though. Obviously, you've been doing what you do a long time. Jason and I do what we do, and we like stories and we like to talk about things. But all these reports that are coming out, I mean, is this Watson's camp doing this? Is it just reporters and writers just throwing out stuff to see what sticks? Who's making all these stories up and putting them out there?
I have no idea. You usually go with people that you trust. And before people write or broadcast stuff, they're getting information from people they trust. And I have certain people I trust from doing this 47 years now, and maybe they're wrong, but I've learned with time most of what they tell me off the record turns out to be true. At some point, he will be traded, but nobody has a clue when.
John, and as you say that, and as the various reports that we read and talk about and speculate on, because Deshaun has a no-trade clause in his contract, is it better for maybe the Texans or Deshaun to maybe open that up a little bit so there's a little bit more of a bidding war? Or if we keep hearing Deshaun doesn't want to go here, Deshaun doesn't want to go there, that hurts the trade value as far as negotiations, does it not?
Absolutely, Jason. It certainly does. If he wants to play, he's going to have to tell them, okay, I want to go somewhere besides Miami. See, number one, we don't even know if Miami is still going to be interested with a new head coach and Mike McDaniel. And considering the trouble Stephen Ross, the owner, could be in, he might not want to go there. So he's going to have to give them some options, like Carolina and Denver. Both of them are very interested. And otherwise, he could be sitting on his butt again. This time he'd be making $35 million instead of $10.54 million.
So at some point in time, it's going to behoove the Texans to, if they have to back off a little bit on their demands for what they want. I mean, I guess both sides may have to meet in the middle at some point in time, or do you think the Texans and/or Watson are just going to be hard-headed about this thing?
Well, it's not Watson's problem. It's not with the Texans. Watson's problem is with the 22 civil suits and all the police investigations, the NFL investigations, the FBI looking into it, grand jury looking into it. He wants to be traded, but he wants to be able to dictate where he goes, and I don't blame him at all. I would too. But he's going to have to agree that he'll say Carolina is the only team making him an offer. Then he has to say, I'm going to go there. Or they call his bluff and say, okay, but we'll just pay you to sit out second season. I don't think that's going to happen. I think eventually it'll all be resolved. It's not before the draft, maybe before the season. But then again, I thought it was all going to be resolved last year before the trading deadline, November 2nd.
The great John Mcclane joining us here on the Blitz, NFL writer for the Houston Chronicle. John, the big story today in the NFL, we'll get into Aaron Rodgers. I want to talk about Troy. Troy leaving Fox after 20 years, going to ESPN for 2 truckloads of money, and immediately speculation on who could replace him at Fox. And I find it interesting that Sean Payton is on that list, and I think he's going to be short-term in the broadcast world before he becomes the head coach of the Cowboys. And then Sean McVay is on the list, who just won a Super Bowl. He's probably still hungover from the Super Bowl party. Are you surprised that those two guys, especially Sean McVay, would be already talked about for a TV gig?
Well, that's all in the media. Sean McVay, his girlfriend, and Les Snead, and have all said he'll be back. What he is he wants a big raise. You know, Tony Romo's getting $17.5 million a year, and you know Aikman wants at least that much. And more power to him if he can get it. And McVay is going to end up with a big new contract from Stan Kroenke, and he deserves it. 2 Super Bowls in 5 years. Sean Payton is the one that's going to end up getting it because people have seen enough of him through the decades to think he would be good on TV. There's no way of knowing if McVay would be good on TV just because he's a good talker.
So, John, you think that if Sean Payton goes to the TV booth and does well, that he would give up coaching? I mean, because Jason is convinced that year after next, Sean Payton's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
No, I'm with Jason, absolutely. And it'll cost the Cowboys a lot of high draft choices. But you don't often have a chance to get one of the best coaches in the NFL. So Jerry Jones probably have to give up at least 2 1s and 2 2s like Tampa Bay gave up for John Gruden.
That is a smart man you're listening to. His name is John Mcclane of the Houston Chronicle as he joins us here on the Blitz. And because you're so smart, John, tell me what the hell Aaron Rodgers is thinking and going to do.
Well, first of all, have you guys tried the PK cleanse?
I read about it, and and I thought about that cleanse. I don't know if I could do what he did for 10 hours, let alone 10 days.
Can you imagine that? Forced vomiting, forced diarrhea, and bloodletting. I wonder if they put leeches on him to suck the blood like they did during medieval times. Aaron Rodgers' ego is so big. It has to be constantly fed. And so that's one reason I don't believe for a second he's going to retire. Next thing you know, it's going to be in some media person's column that Amazon is considering Aaron Rodgers if he retires.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, I don't do his cleanse. I just go to my favorite Mexican food place, and that usually seems to take care of things.
Well, you could do like Jason. You do it the old-fashioned way, just an enema.
John, we were going to keep that private. Some text messages aren't meant to be shared, John. John Mcclane. It happens. I thought it was confidential sources, but I guess that's only NFL.
We won't
time.
tell anybody.
No, I mean, it was a rough 24 hours, but I needed counsel from somebody who's done it before. John, always appreciate the time.
Jason and Joe, thank you guys very much. I'll talk to you next week.
Make sure you're following John Mcclane on Twitter at McClane_on_NFL. John Mcclane, the best. We are at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. Come hang out with us. We're on the air till 7. Then the party's going to go after. Rudy J has arrived. Rob Thompson is here. James Pledger will show you his owie. He will. I'm not kidding.
And he'll get you signed up for some of those swanky prizes over there, too.
Absolutely.
Man.
And even Greg Shelton will crack a smile before long. He's done it twice, actually, today. He's going to set a record. Come hang out with us. It is a Thursday. The weekend is here.
Yep.
What's on Tap? Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Coming up next here on the Blitz, live at the Roo Pub. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, you need your logo on any kind of gear, you need to get into Sammy's Embroidery Club down on San Pedro. Sam has inventory in stock. Not many can say that, but he's got polos, T-shirts, hats, half zips, all in stock. He still has winter gear, jackets, coats, hoodies, half zips, beanies, all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Port Authority, just to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. And speaking of uniforms, it is that time of year as we get closer to March. If you're in a beer league softball or you're coaching Little League baseball, soccer, you need your uniforms done. No better place to get your uniforms than Sammy's Embroidery Club down on San Pedro. And it's not just embroidery, silkscreen shirts as well for any occasion. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sam has all the big name brands. He's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too small, no order too big. All items do come with a warranty. Call Sammy's Embroidery Club at 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's. The website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
The crazy world of SEC football.
I'm East Coast, baby. All you weak back Southern boys don't know nothing about East Coast.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, tomorrow afternoon at 2, San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Here in Texas, the heat is relentless. The storms are serious. The hail is insane. Texas weather doesn't do anything halfway, and neither should your roofer. Hi, I'm Joe Reinagle. Your roof protects your home and your family. So whether you need a simple repair or a roof replacement, metal or composition, you need a roofer you can trust. That's Stevens Roofing. They're reputable, reliable, and have always been your local roofer. Call Stevens Roofing today for a free estimate. 210-785-0994 or go online at stevensroofing.net.
When it comes to Twin Peaks beverages, they take things pretty seriously, which is why over the last few months they've been innovating, they've been creating, and they've created an elevated drink menu that is something for everyone. Their newest creations have already hit the bar. Get ready for additions like the Pink Whitney with Pink Lemonade Vodka by the Spittin' Chicklets Group, the Termana Silver, it's one of Dwayne Rock Johnson's premium tequilas. Cheers! Twins! Eats are fantastic. Drinks, they're icy cold. And oh, those scenic views.
The Roo Pub is the best place to watch a game. Football, basketball, the big fights, they have them on at the Roo on their 3 massive 170-inch laser screens and TVs all around. Come hungry, the food is fantastic, and the kitchen is open until 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. The Roo Pub has the best darts area in town, indoor cornhole, and weekday happy hour from 11 to 6. For lunch, dinner, or late at night, and the best place to watch a game, get into the Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
I've used it for a year now, and I've worried 0 time. I just enter in the time, it's calculated, and it's taken out of bank account, and it's just done. I love it.
Visit us at patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Was the guy who wrecked the company vehicle distracted because he was too busy making a TikTok video instead of watching the road? He still only has 2 followers, his mom and dad. But now you're hurt and need help. If you or a loved one is hurt in a wreck, don't call just any dude. Call the dude, the personal injury dude. Mark Poling at Poling Law PLLC at pidude.com. That's pidude.com. Or call 210-201-0303 24 hours a day.
It's the NBA. Catch every score.
He knocks it down.
Every block.
Backs it home.
Listen for the latest on San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It's Rob Thompson. Join Rudy J and I tomorrow morning from 7 till 10 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He's Joe Ryan-Nagel. We are live out at the Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road, as the station celebrates our 14th birthday.
And, dude, there are a lot of people out here celebrating with us. So if you're not here, you're certainly missing out. You need to get on down here and register for some prizes, have some food, have a couple of drinks. It's a party, Jason.
It is a party, and because of that, Rudy J is here.
Yeah, of course.
Rob Thompson is here.
Right.
James Pledger is here, and he wants to show you his owie. And we talked about all the prizes we have to give away, various coolers, one that has speakers in it from a Bluetooth. We got T-shirts to give away. James, those only fit you, man. Just go pass those out. And headbands, koozies. We got all kinds of stuff. And our friends over at Kia Bossa Smoked Meats, Anthony, he just walked up and gave me a $50 gift card to Kia Bossa.
Whoa.
Yeah, we are going to give that away as well.
Hey, can I win that?
No.
You can have the ice chest back, and I'll...
Dude, everybody wants that Yingling ice chest. Rob said he wanted it. You said you wanted it. Rudy texted me earlier, and I'll just show you. The Yingling one.
Yeah, you see, everybody wants that one.
That's it. Everybody wants the Yingling cooler, including Greg Shelton. But somebody is listening, so registers, is going to win that.
And we're going to draw that in a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's around 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We will do that in a bit. But, it's a Thursday. You know what we do every Thursday about this time? Now, Edwin Hafner is producing today. Do you know how to get us into What's on Tap? There you go.
Want you to know What's on Tap. Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint.
It is time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Sam'sBurgerJoint.com has their entire schedule on there, their menu, and they've got a lot happening this weekend. They got David Ramirez playing out there tonight. Tomorrow night, some band called On the Stereo, which is a tribute to Soda Stereo. I don't know Soda Stereo,
what
or
is
if they're
that?
good enough to have a tribute band, but maybe I'm missing out. I have no idea. On Saturday night, a Tom Petty tribute band called the Damn Torpedoes.
I like that.
And they are damn good.
Yeah.
They really are. Matt Walden is out there on Sunday, and next Wednesday, Igor and Red Elvises are going to be out there.
Okay, there's a lot to do otherwise on Thursday night, and I'm not sure because there's no pronouncer here, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Uh-huh.
At the Majestic Theater, you've got Lupita de Alasario.
Nice.
Y Maria Jose Tour, USA 2022.
Good.
That was a mouthful.
Uh-huh.
At the Comedy Club tonight, LOL Comedy Club, you got Steve Byrne. Green Hall is Wilkinson's Quartet. And then we still got the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Is this the last weekend of the Stock Show and Rodeo?
I think it is.
I think it is. So Brett Young is out there tonight. And then at the Brontex Theater, you've got Daly and Vincent. Can you explain that?
Well, they got off work.
They did?
Yes. I don't know.
I have no clue.
have no idea. The Alamo Dome tomorrow and throughout the weekend is the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Or excuse me, the San Antonio Home and Garden Show. Somebody's pointing at.
Yeah, well, we'll be out there tomorrow live at the.
And when Joe says we, he means him and Rudy J.
Rudy J.
I'll be in Las Vegas tomorrow about this time.
Jason will be slacking again, but that's all right. We'll get it done without you. We'll be out at the Home and Garden Show at the Alamo Dome tomorrow.
Absolutely. You guys have fun.
Yeah, we'll have a blast.
I'm going to see Metallica tomorrow night in Las Vegas.
I'm going to sit in a hot tub. Maybe they'll fill it up for me. I'm going to sit in a hot tub and do the show.
A lot of things I could joke about that, but you're good. You're probably going to be standing on windows with our friends over at the Window Source.
Well, I can do that too.
Not in a hot tub.
Well, you never know.
Just keep your feet covered. We went over that yesterday. At the Stock Show and Rodeo, Styx is playing out there tomorrow night.
Wow.
Yeah. Steve Byrne all weekend at the LOL. Curtis Grimes at Green Hall. Flores Country Store has Pecos and the Rooftops.
And Saturday night, always a big night, obviously. Green Hall, don't make any plans to go out there because it's sold out. It's Stony LaRue.
Nothing's ever sold out.
Well, that's true. You can find a ticket, probably walk up, and somebody will sell you one. LOL Comedy Club, Steve Byrne, he's still out there. Flores Country Store, you've got Jason Boland and the Stragglers.
That's a hell of a band.
Got to be a hell of a show.
Yep,
Majestic Theater, you've got Ron White, and this is for mature audiences only, Jason.
So you can't go?
Second show added.
You're not allowed to go?
I'm not going. No,
Sure?
I'm not allowed. I have to show my ID. Jimmy Allen's at the Stock Show and Rodeo Saturday night, and the Alamo Dome. San Antonio Home and Garden show's going on. Alamo Beer Company, love that place. Filigree, Fitzgerald's Bar, a tribute to Journey. The band is Eclipse. That would probably be a lot of fun.
Good.
And then the Paper Tiger, you've got Bad Sons. You're not a Journey fan?
I am a Journey fan. I've seen Eclipse. They're good.
Okay.
They're good. Sunday at Green Hall, one of Ryan Eagle's favorite bands, Slim Bob and the Stump Grinders.
Very good show.
The fabulous Stump Grinders at that.
Excellent show.
Some dude named Clifton Simmons is at LOL. The Home and Garden show still going on, as is the rodeo. Ryan Bingham is the band out at the rodeo on Sunday.
And Monday, you've only got one thing to do, according to what's on tap. That's it. So make your plans to head out to Green Hall. And Brett Graham is out there.
Brett Graham does an incredible version of me and Bobby McGee from Janis Joplin.
Really?
He does an incredible version of that.
It's a good song.
And I just saw somebody put on our live stream that Ryan Eagle's a TV star. If he wants to be in a hot tub, damn it, he'll be in a hot tub.
We're going to be in a hot tub tomorrow. You ready, Shelton? Hot tub tomorrow, baby.
That just sounded bad.
Rudy J, we're going to be in a hot tub tomorrow, babe. All right?
That just sounds
hot tubbing it.
All kinds of bad. That just sounds bad all the way around.
We're live, by the way, at the Home and Garden show at the Alamo Dome.
Tomorrow.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Come see us in a hot tub.
I'm going to be. It's interesting. We're not running too late, are we, Edwin? That's what's on tap. Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, samsburgerjoint.com. This weekend, I'm going to Vegas. I've got
bragger.
Yeah, Metallica tomorrow night, and then on Saturday night, going to Bruno Mars. Right? Well, Shelton showed me his phone. So I thought it was going to be something interesting. Instead, it's a clock showing me that we're running late.
Yeah.
Today in the mail, and I actually checked it because we're going out of town, were actual tickets to the Bruno Mars show.
Really?
Which I'm glad I checked because I didn't realize. And so I looked at my app and it says, yeah, your tickets are in the mail.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap. When was the last time you actually had a ticketed event that came in the mail and you couldn't go through use your phone?
I can't remember the last time.
I know. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I randomly checked the mail. I had not seen that. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM, live out at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. Let me tell you about Dr. Mark Havrecorn and River City Oral Surgery. Now, Dr. Havrecorn is a great guy. He's a medical doctor. He is an oral surgeon. In fact, he's one of the volunteer doctors at the rodeo this weekend. So if you happen to see him, he's out there. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. So you look at what Dr. Havrecorn is doing with his business, River City Oral Surgery. It's kind of changing the game because all his prices are listed right on his website, rivercityoms.com. And he's not going to take your insurance. He's going to be less expensive probably than your insurance. And if you do have dental insurance, they'll help you file a claim and you might be able to get some of that money back. But quit messing, going to the dentist year after year after year after year after year, dealing with the same issue, spending a lot of money. Get those problems absolutely fixed at River City Oral Surgery. If you need implants, if you need one tooth or all of them with implants, he's an expert at that. You need a tooth pulled, you need wisdom teeth removed, any kind of oral surgery, he will get you taken care of. Financing is available, and you don't need a referral. How about that? You just call and make an appointment. Imagine how easy it can be going to get oral surgery taken care of, and you can certainly do that at River City Oral Surgery. Get local office over there, 1604 and I-10, basically across the highway on 1604 from Topgolf. Call River City Oral Surgery at 210-778-0002, 778-0002, or online at rivercityoms.com for River City Oral Surgery.
Here we go again. Baseball owners and players can't agree on a new contract. The owners have locked players out. The players have refused a federal arbitrator. And no one's playing ball anytime soon. What will this mean for spring training? What will it do to the regular season? Will there even be a regular season? Stay connected and be in the know. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
The San Antonio Home and Garden Show is coming up February 25th through the 27th, and the Window Source of San Antonio would love to see you there. We'll be there hoping homeowners just like you get quality windows at the price you deserve. Come by our booth and mention ESPN, and we'll knock off an additional 5%. Isn't it time you let them old windows go? Call the Window Source of San Antonio right now, 210-880-3021. That's 210-880-3021. Come visit our showroom at 6800 Fairgrounds Parkway, or visit us at windowsourceofsa.com.
Exergen would like you to know about an important new study by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has always known. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Now an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
My name is Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for 50 years. I went to school here. I graduated from law school here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after a serious injury or a fatality collision for more than 27 years. If you're in your car right now, chances are you're seeing an attorney billboard, and you'll probably see 3 or more of those on your commute today. How do you decide who to call? Who to trust? I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. I'm experienced. I have a long track record of success, and I run my firm like my father did for over 50 years of practicing law here. I believe that a personal, trusting relationship with my client matters. With my firm, I meet with you. I answer your questions. I handle your case. For many lawyers you see on the billboard, your case will not be handled by the attorney on that billboard. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. If you or your family needs an experienced attorney you can trust, an attorney that will personally handle all of the issues after a serious injury or fatality, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, 900-0400, 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyer4us.com.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He's Joe Reinagel. We're live at the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road here for our 14th birthday party. Rudy J hanging out.
Take it easy, Mr. Brown.
All right, Malcolm Brown.
Absolutely.
Malcolm and Mr. Brown, his father.
And his father, yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I got some off-the-record stories.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
Can't tell y'all that.
Oh, come on.
Can't tell y'all
What do
that.
you mean?
Tell Don I said hello. We got Lee High School coach up in here, too.
Yeah.
Danny Closa?
That's my guy.
Absolutely. Danny Closa is my guy.
That's my
He's
guy.
everybody's guy. You got to appreciate a guy that just goes to the bar and gets 2 beers. right? I mean, you know, exactly. I mean,
I respect double fisters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but why have to go back up to the bar? Just get 2 while you're there, and you're good.
Well,
that's exactly right.
So, time out. I couldn't really hear Joe earlier. I didn't realize I agreed to get in a hot tub.
Dude, it's the Home and Garden show. We're going to do the show in a hot tub.
Yeah.
So bring your Speedo.
Oh, God.
Shelton said no.
Well, Shelton doesn't have to get in there.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to make sure the wires are good, right?
Who got the onion rings?
I did.
You didn't finish them.
He never finishes his food, man. He don't know. He don't know kids in other countries are starving. He's throwing onion rings.
Dude, I roll with
My mom
Rudy
used to
J and
always
James
tell me
Pledger.
that.
Somebody's going to eat them.
Yeah.
I just try to be nice.
You see, I had leftover wings. You see who's scarfing them?
Pledge.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Hold on. Those are Pledger's wings, or your wings, and Pledger's eating them?
He hasn't stopped eating since we got in here.
It's insane. All right, so Rudy,
talk to me, brother.
So James Pledger, we let him out of the glass box at fun. Now he's moved the mornings for now. Yeah, it's you've worked with him 2 days, and he's had 1 accident. What was your reaction when he cut his forehead?
Well,
today?
he's got one more thing coming, Jason. Okay, he gets there the first day. System is shot.
Oh, yeah.
Whole system is shot. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Today he gets there with a towel full of blood. But I told him this thing's come in 3s. So he has one more. He has one more thing coming. But when I first saw him, I was disturbed.
Well, are you talking about with the cut or just in general?
With the cut, I was like, yo, are you all right? And he told me what happened. I was like, that sucks. And there was blood on the doors. I was like, hey, go wipe that.
Oh, he was leaving blood all over the building, but he didn't get anything on his shirt.
Nothing.
He still had a bow tie on.
Still had his bow tie. Still had his Perry Ellis slacks, Perry Ellis shoes. Never came out of character. Still in Tony Stark character. Beanie half on.
Well, then see, he's wearing the beanie because he's trying to hide the Band-Aid and the scar.
No,
Unless
he's not.
there's some sympathy there, then he pulls it back.
I don't think he's trying to hide anything.
He's not.
He wants that Band-Aid showing.
He wants
so
it
everybody
showing.
say, oh, Pledge, what happened?
Right.
Well,
And then next thing you know, you get a shot.
And well, not only that, if it happens to be a female, you notice the beanie's coming off. So, what happened?
Yeah.
It just like a kid in school, he signed my cast. He's, trying to get everybody to sign his Band-Aid.
We got to help him with the story, though. I mean, he's not going to get a date telling the story where he's standing in cat litter and he hits his head on a towel rack. I mean, they're gonna run for the hills. We gotta give him a good story to tell.
I already got it.
All right.
5 dudes jumped me. I got the first 2. The third knocked me out with a beer bottle, and I woke up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dude, I guarantee you
How's
walk
that
out
sound?
here tonight, you won't be alone.
Well,
you tell that story.
How's that sound? No, Jason?
Well, I mean, it sounds like a Rudy J story. I mean,
First of all, I cannot fight. If I had to fight right now for my life, y'all be at my funeral next Thursday.
Well, see, I was thinking because,
I can't fight.
he's doing mornings now and getting up at 3 whatever.
3, because he got to go to the gym.
He's trying to work out beforehand.
He goes to the gym at 3.
At 3 o'clock?
Oh, see, I got a whole new story because, he's at the gym at 3 in the morning for whatever god-awful reason. He would be there. But, Pledger cannot work out without staging photos of himself.
He hasn't been posting because you made him conscious of it.
Well, because, nobody needs a thirst trap photo of James Pledger working out in the gym. But while James Pledger was working out with whatever dumbbells trying to get the timer working, it's 3 in the morning and he dropped one on his head. The dumbbell hit him in the head
That's a good
while
one.
trying to get the perfect Pledger pose while working out,
That's a good
wearing tights and shorts. Right?
I'm down with that. I'm down with that story, Joe. You down with that story, Joe?
And a headband.
I've seen him in tights and shorts. He was working the other day in tights and shorts. And I came in, I said, Jason, what is Pledge wearing? What is that?
Yeah. And you're asking me to explain.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to explain it.
I am very open about my fashion sense.
Me too.
I have none.
You don't have any.
I mean, a blue polo or a half zip jeans, I'm good, right? So
Always.
I am pretty consistent, so I'm not I'm not one that generally judges other people's fashion unless it's ridiculous, like James Pledger.
Yeah, so there's been a couple of days where Pledge came in with slides, headband, sweatshirt.
Like he was coming off of a Olivia Newton-John video shoot.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah, that's absolutely
that's exactly
true.
what it boils down to. I mean, like, I could just imagine him listening to Let's Get Physical in his headsets as he's getting dressed for the day.
Who's to say he wasn't?
Well, I mean, that would be the only reasonable explanation. But like, I was listening to this song and got dressed today. All right, I can see that. The motivation has to come from somewhere.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Monday. You going to be all right, man?
Monday?
It's your last day.
I'm going to be
You
good.
sure?
Yeah.
I'm starting to worry about it because when it gets close, it starts to, like you said today, like it's starting to set in, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
you gonna be all right, man?
Yeah,
I'm worried.
I'm gonna be good, right? So I got to do the Blitz, so that'll take my mind off
do
that,
the Blitz
right?
Monday.
Do the Blitz Monday,
but that drive to the station is gonna be sort of nostalgic.
Yeah, maybe because it'll be the last one.
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
So I've got to find a big box.
Oh,
because I got 25 years worth of junk that is stashed in drawers and all that. So I got to take a big box. I hope I hire some movers to get out of there.
Wait. You haven't cleaned out your office yet?
No.
You haven't started to clean out your office yet?
No.
What is in there that you know you need to keep?
Probably pictures.
Well, I don't know yet. I got to look through the drawers and see what's in there. I know. You know what I have in there that I've never opened? I got a DeMar DeRozan bobblehead.
Wow.
So I got to take that.
Hey, he might win MVP this year.
He might.
He should.
And so
all three of us agree on that.
Thank you.
All three of us agree on that.
So that might be worth something.
Yeah.
But DeMar is my guy. I got to take the bobblehead. I'll display it proudly.
What song you listening to on the way to the station the last day?
Probably the Dairy Queen theme song because, knowing you, to keep a routine, you've got to stop and get Dairy Queen tacos on your way to work because that'll probably be the last time you do that.
I'll have Dairy Queen tacos after the fact.
I know.
So, I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Because
might upgrade to Jack in the Box tacos.
No, those are terrible.
Hey, man, I don't know. Have you seen the little ones?
Now,
I haven't seen the mini.
Dude, they're awesome. Yeah, they're good.
I mean, now that you're only working radio, you might have to go Jack in the Box tacos.
I don't want you to take on our habits. I want you to put your habits on us.
Well,
we don't want to put our habits on you.
You've never met his brother, but his brother looks like the Incredible Hulk. And Joe watches
I've heard
his brother.
y'all talk about that.
Joe watches his brother work out on a regular basis.
Yeah, I go 5 days a week and watch him work out. Yeah, so it's
never happened.
Just hoping some of that just flies this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It works.
What do you mean our habits?
Yeah.
You make that sound like we have bad habits.
Dude, I have 12 wings. You have onion rings. I don't want Joe to take on that crap.
I got kale sitting here, so it's good.
The hell you do. Should have seen this guy before the show. Or even when, we're in, because you guys were already at work, but every morning in Los Angeles for breakfast, we're going to Spud Nuts. Dude, except for when Jimenez would get lost.
If I don't see another sausage biscuit the rest of this year.
I'm with you. I'm with you, dude.
I'm like, I saw enough that they were great, but I'm good.
God, we had those every day.
Well, imagine, though, they don't have breakfast tacos.
No, they have burritos.
But
we didn't have one by the house. They're like this.
Oh yeah, you can't. It's like the Okie burrito at Las Palapas.
Dude, we did have a good burrito though. Rudy, you'd already left, but on the way to the airport.
Oh, I saw those.
Yeah, those were good, man.
Yeah,
those were good.
You'll tell the story. Rudy, you weren't there for this one, but man, this
Rudy,
was
it was good, man.
Jason's the king of that.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a question.
All right.
It came up on R&R.
All right.
And we need to know, and the people need to know. Why does George Strait hate you?
Well, I don't know that he does.
I think he does. A little birdie told me George Strait does not like you.
There's some stories that we're not allowed to talk about.
It's a very good reason.
You know this story.
I know the story, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, then.
He's got a memory like an elephant.
Oh, Joe?
George.
Yeah. That's royalty. Like, that's not like really. There's a lot of people that cannot like you. George is not one of them.
Yeah, well, but I'm good.
No, you just need to be like the rest of us. He didn't know who the hell we are. So,
Well, Well, my mistake was I told him who I was.
Right.
Because what he got mad at me for, I was under a different radio name at the time.
Oh,
I'm
so
doing
this happened on your rock station, guys.
well, my country station days.
Country station.
And then I was doing an event with George, and I was like, hey, by the way, I thought, this was 10 years ago. Ha, this is going to be funny. I don't think it was. He left.
He got up and left?
Well, yeah, he did, yeah.
Jason hadn't gotten a Christmas present since.
That son of a... Yeah, kind of.
Dude, he's the king, man. You got to forgive him for that.
Dude, I like his music.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's got to forgive me. At some point, it was his fault. It really was.
No, he doesn't have to forgive you.
Was I not supposed to bring this up?
No.
Yeah, he's a little upset now, isn't he?
There's lawyers and stuff involved.
Oh.
All kinds of stuff.
For real?
No.
Oh, damn, you made me feel really
I think
bad.
he just got a tissue from Shelton.
I might.
He's upset.
Well, I just want to make sure that he's not coming up from behind me, because that's pretty typical.
So I can't wait to hear this off air.
Hear what off air?
What you said.
No, he told it on the air not too long ago.
Oh, what your former radio personality said about George that made him remember you, made him mad.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it now. If you've already told it on air, I don't want to hear it.
Kind of like the cigar story in Houston. There's certain things.
You stole something?
No, there's certain things. You don't go into extreme detail.
Yeah, well, it's bad radio. I want you to tell it if you already told it a couple weeks ago.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rudy.
What?
About Houston.
What? No.
He stole something.
No, we didn't. How do you steal something when they're giving it away for free?
Well, it's designed to take one.
It was the end of the night. They were packing everything else up. It was,
okay.
I'll
leave it alone.
It's just what we didn't know is that those weren't. They were meant for one very specific person.
Oh, now I remember the story. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the rundown.
And
lives.
You might want to be careful about repeating that story on the air.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Certain things. So
what's up, boss?
Everybody wants the Yingling cooler with the station.
I was kidding. This is for the fans.
No, I'm not.
This is for the fans.
You weren't kidding.
I want it.
All of a sudden, we're live on the radio. No. That's for the listeners. That's for the fans.
Where's Renee? Is Renee anywhere in here?
No, he's hanging out with Troy Aikman.
Okay, well then I'll take a cooler. Now, have we set up something? Are we putting names in the hopper? What are we doing?
Yeah, Pledger's in charge of that.
Are you getting names? You getting people's names for the coolers and stuff? All right, man. Make sure you're on top of things.
Yeah.
Okay, names on every
Rudy
slip.
J is on every.
I'm not winning. I can't take this jacket off.
You're not winning.
Yeah, I'm not going to win.
So you're going to do the Home and Garden show tomorrow?
Yes.
In a hot tub?
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Dude, I appreciate it, man.
I've never done a home and garden. I don't even know. I've done a car show, but I've never been to like a gun show or home and garden or comic.
Dude, you're hurting my feel. I thought you just, man, I can't wait to do a show with Joe.
No, it is you. Rob asked me. Rob was like, "Hey, do you want halftime or do you want Joe?" I said, "Give me Joe."
Well, who's doing halftime?
Rob and
Rob.
Who?
Rob's doing halftime.
And Jack Thompson, his son.
He gave me a choice.
Cool.
He gave me a choice. I chose Joe.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do a triple header. I thought you were going to do both shows because Jimenez said today that you were filling in for him tomorrow.
No, first of all, Jimenez calls no shots on this station.
We all know that. We all know that.
That's my guy, but he calls no shots. So I don't know who told him that. But no, I would be doing the morning show, and then Joe and I are gonna.
You're gonna go home and nap first, or you're gonna try to roll all day?
Now I'm scared to go nap. I don't want Joe to end up by himself. I go to sleep. I'm gonna stay awake.
Well, see, what you could do though is go to the Home and Garden show early. And I'm going to guess they sell mattresses in there.
Right.
You cannot decide if you want a mattress unless you can get a good hour on that thing.
Yeah. I got Alamo Cycleplex in the morning, Home and Garden at night.
Yeah, dude. That's
the Alpha Media way, baby. We grind.
That's nice. So you guys are live in the morning.
Yes.
Nice.
Are you really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Alamo Cycleplex in the morning, Home and Garden at night.
Perfect.
I told Rob to put in an A&M game. Get us out of there at 6. It's a remote. We got to do the full 4 to 7.
They don't play until next Wednesday.
Y'all got off at 6 last night, though, didn't you?
We did.
We did.
That felt good. Even though it's only an hour, it felt great.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
I like early release days when we're not in football season.
You know how I know it's early release day? He got cute with his burger.
I know.
He got cute with his burgers last night.
No, last night we got off at 7. It was
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
But
I saw these burgers. It was good.
It was good.
Like pork with the beef mixed.
Yeah, the sausage and the
that looked good.
That came out really good.
It looked good.
Came out really.
When is Joe getting his Traeger? He wants to be in. Why don't you just give him Rob's? He don't even use it. He's getting a text on his phone right now. You haven't used me in a year. Give it to Joe. That's what his text said.
Rob uses his Traeger all the time. He just doesn't want to tell you because Rob's one of those.
He doesn't want the real grill guys to get mad at him.
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's such a, are you a gas grill guy? Well, we make fun of
so
those.
He's lying.
And so wood or charcoal smokers, that Rob's all about easy. Right. And while he enjoys standing over a fire for certain things,
dude,
you cannot beat the ease and the quality of food that comes off of the Traeger.
Judge me. I don't want to be over the grill all day. Judge me, talk about me, put it on the Traeger, set it, forget it. I don't care what you say about me.
Dude, it's
if people eat my food and they're like, hey, it's good. Perfect. I don't care about all that.
It's cheating though.
It is. It is.
It's cheating. It's not barbecue.
Oh, Jake, look. Hey, break it up. Wait a minute.
Break it up. When you say it's not barbecue, right?
It is. Wait. It is
barbecue. Look. Jason took offense to that.
No. They're smoking, right?
Yes.
It's a smoker.
Okay.
Your meat's got a good smoky flavor to it, and it's good food. Who cares?
I'm not disparaging the Traeger,
dude. We were Googling Traegers earlier because of the one he wants to buy.
I'm gonna get one, and I can't wait.
He can want one and still feel like it's cheating.
But all I'm saying
I know
is
it's cheating.
Because if you're a barbecue, my deal, I had this barrel thing, right? And you put charcoal and some wood in there, squirt the stuff on, light it, wait for it to go, and
use lighter fluid.
Yeah,
the food tastes like crap.
No, it doesn't. Well, what do you?
As long as you don't overuse it.
Well, I use the little fire starter things.
What are those?
Little fire starter things.
I've never seen them.
I haven't either.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
Oh.
First of all, we didn't all
literally a fire starters. You put a couple in there and you light them.
And that lights the charcoal.
Yeah.
Where do you get those?
You can buy them
Barbecue
Outfitters. You get them at Academy. Wow. You can get them at HEB.
And it's called Fire Starter.
Fire Starter.
Well, see, I didn't know this. I mean, now I know it. All the things that I've learned in the 2 months I've been here, Rudy, is incredible.
Yeah.
You ever notice that lighter fluid taste sometimes on your
Time
food?
out. If you don't overuse it, it doesn't taste like lighter fluid.
It doesn't, and you let it soak in really good.
Let it soak in for like 30.
Ryan Eagle, look, Ryan Eagle uses lighter fluid like hairspray.
No,
it's all over use. It's all over use.
Wow. How do you work with this guy?
It's tough.
Because he knows I'm honest.
He's going to want to fire you after tomorrow. We're gonna kick ass tomorrow. Bishop, what's up, man?
Oh, look out. We're going to kick ass. Dude, we are. We're going to have a good time tomorrow.
I'll be
tune in.
I have a problem with you going to Bruno. And I know you got to get out.
Why? Oh,
Because, man,
tell me.
You don't deserve to go to Bruno. You don't love Bruno. I love Bruno. You don't love Bruno. You don't deserve those tickets.
Well, wait.
Well, you earned it. You paid for it.
I didn't.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, is it points? You're going to Bruno off points?
No, it was a offer.
Wow. See, now I'm even more pissed.
Get the free room, and here's tickets to see Bruno Mars. Silk Sonic, whatever.
He'll be up in the nosebleed section.
It don't matter, Bruno.
It don't matter. It's free.
Yo, enjoy that, man. I've heard Bruno does an excellent show.
But Bruno Mars has been in our building.
No way.
Yeah. I'll show you pictures. So I've met Bruno Mars.
So in other words, watch how you talk to me, Rudy Johnson.
So we're besties. Dude, I mean, clearly.
Hey, I heard it's a great show, man. Enjoy. Be safe.
You are correct. There's every song that comes on, I go, okay, I know that one.
Yeah, that's how
it is. If you said, name a Bruno Mars song, I couldn't do it.
No, it's like when your wife went to I don't remember what the concert was. She was like, I don't want to go. And then she knew every song.
Yeah. But Bruno Mars is a great entertainer.
He's phenomenal.
I am excited to go see that show because, the reality is I don't like to go to shows in Vegas because I go to Vegas to gamble and to drink. And we've had tickets to this comedian or Cirque du Soleil, and I'm on the table on a good streak. I'm not leaving for dinner reservations or show tickets.
Agreed, brother.
Now, Metallica, that's a different story. Bruno Mars, will be a different story because the wife and the daughter really want to go, so I'll have no choice. Or maybe they'll have a really good time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've already put the over and under at 1.
1 what?
Concert.
Oh, you don't think he's going to make both?
I don't
you don't think so?
No.
Wow, that's a good bet, Joe.
He's not going to make both.
Joe.
Now, he'll make Metallica, so I know that won. So it's actually 1.5 is the over and under. Now, Bruno Mars, I'm not sure about, but you're going to be in the casino all day. And then all of a sudden, Joanna's going to come up and say, hey, you need to go take a shower, get ready for the concert.
Get ready for the
and
evening.
He's going to go, no.
I'm on a heater.
Yeah.
You know, and the cool thing
Joe, that's
is,
a good bet.
The cool thing, and I had no idea this was going to happen, the tickets actually came in the mail today.
Who still does mail tickets?
Apparently Bruno Mars.
Wow.
So it's not a little scan code.
No, it's like, so
I'm glad you checked the mail because I don't check my mail but every 2 weeks.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is I signed up the other day because Ryan Eagle didn't check his mail, and I found out the post office will send you a picture of everything in your mail every day, right?
Where'd you find that?
Some listener told us about
Somebody
it.
told us, yeah.
And then I signed up for it. Hang on, let me see if I probably already deleted
It's
the
all
email.
good. Don't worry about
So
it.
it's really cool. You get a picture of everything that the guy's delivering.
I didn't know
day.
that.
I didn't
I
either.
had no idea until right now, today.
Yeah,
right now,
it's one of the
6:20.
listeners.
Informed delivery through the post office, and then you get a picture of, see, it sends all the junk mail that you don't want, all these politicians wasting all this stuff.
Right.
And then you're sitting there and you're like, what's that? And then who's that?
Poor post office. Did they get a raise to do that?
Apparently
It takes
they're
a little bit longer.
already taking pictures of your mail anyway, so they're going with it. So I go and I check because I didn't know what it was, but it looked important, and it was the tickets to the show. So to Joe's point, it's not like they're on my phone, so I have to go to get everybody in.
Great point.
So we will see.
Well, you gentlemen enjoy the rest of your show. I'm going to have some cocktails.
All right.
Well, order some beer and food for us because we're 30
Y'all
minutes
ready?
away. 30,
Oh, you work tonight.
Well,
yeah. It
No,
is
you don't.
might be able to.
He's off tonight.
here on
might be
San
able to do
Antonio
something.
Sports Star, ESPN
I'll see you
AM
tomorrow.
1250,
All right, brother,
guys.
3.3 FM. Wake up with Rudy and Rob tomorrow morning. R&R in the morning. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you need to go see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado Complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a longtime Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. And that is why Ancira has been a great family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades, is that great family-run business that they have. They're going to make sure you're getting the vehicle you want with the options and features that you're looking for. They'll give you great value on your trade and the best rebates and financing options that are available. And you know price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado Complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Heidner.
We're partying at the Roof Pub. Come on out and join us. 14 years for San Antonio Sports Star. More about that after the Sports Center update. Well, the baseball players met again today and no movement, but they better hurry because the clock is ticking. The league and the players, well, they've got a deadline of Monday to come to an agreement or face the possibility of missing ball games. Major League Baseball says if a game is missed, it will not be made up, and the players will then not get paid. Wow. How about the Texas Longhorns? They beat TCU last night to improve to 20-8 on the season. Get this, their first 20-win season since 2016. That is incredible. Tonight, your UTSA Roadrunners welcome the UAB Blazers. The Convocation Center is where they will play. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The Incarnate Word Cardinals also in action tonight. They will take on Houston Baptist. That tip-off is at 7 o'clock as well. By the way, we're still hearing the rumors about Troy Aikman leaving Fox for ESPN. Well, Troy Aikman is in San Antonio today selling his Beer 8. We asked him about it. He said he could not comment on the speculation. Wow, we will keep you posted. I'm Joe Reinagle for San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, so if you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries and has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. There is no reason to be in pain. If you are hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Learn more at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com, or schedule your appointment by calling 210-804-5490.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
Get the last water softener you'll ever own and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
Visit KineticoSA.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
My husband and I started a business together, and I had no idea where to start when it came to payroll. And a friend of mine recommended Patriot, and I have not looked back since. It was extremely user-friendly. I was actually able to understand it and run everything extremely well. And anytime I've had a question, they have been so quick to answer and help me. I definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a payroll software that is easy to use, user-friendly, and really offers everything that you need when it comes to something that's beneficial for your business.
Visit us at PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. Right now, you can do the complete job and get a great deal when you buy a set of Duralast brake pads and rotors. It's also AutoZone's national hiring event. We're hiring all positions, from sales to warehouse and drivers, both part-time and full-time. Visit careers.autozone.com or any one of our stores.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Progressive presents Forced Metaphors about bundling your home and auto.
When you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, you get great savings and round-the-clock protection, which is as beautiful as looking your firstborn child in the eyes for the first time. Well, that's a bit much. Maybe it's more like looking your second-born child in the eyes for like the third or fourth time. Point being, the savings and round-the-clock protection are really, really magical.
Forced Metaphors, presented by Progressive. Bundle and protect today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
The play is in. The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250. 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagle.
I'll see if I can still get in the camera shot here.
Why are you standing?
I like standing.
I'm just saying.
You want me to sit down?
You might need to for what I'm about to do.
I thought you were standing too, actually.
Well, I was because we were talking to people. Anthony Corey.
You didn't get that.
Runs Ancira Nissan. We were talking with him.
You didn't get that, did you?
No, I just let that one go. But well, you used the facilities here.
Yeah.
During the commercial break.
I did.
And a listener walked up and said, "I got a present for Joe."
Oh.
So You got a present.
Dude, that's not for me.
It is for you. It literally. it was given to you, and
is it ticking?
It is not. I don't think. But it was. I was also told this is a gift based on something we were talking about on the radio the other day, and that conversation, because you were very concerned, inspired somebody to go to Amazon and order this.
It's not a frozen penis, is it?
I don't think it's frozen.
Dude, I got Rob over here shooting this. And dude, is something gonna pop out on me here?
It might.
Woo!
Don't be so nervous. You're on radio. That's for you.
Oh, I'm gonna look good in that, don't you think? Look at that. Honey, I'm coming home.
Hold on. So it's called the Tuggy.
Well, it is cold.
It says right here on the box, it's got you covered. Now,
it does.
I asked the person who ordered your Tuggy, one, did she open it? Two, what the hell did you search to get that? Because the digital targeted ads that person is now going to be getting are incredible. What's that?
Yeah.
Well, this one is a small.
I think this says XXL. I don't know.
Well, give it to a friend.
Wow.
Hold on. I think Rob wants to check it out. Rob is over here trying to read over the thing. And
well, that was very nice of whoever did that. Who I would love to thank that person.
Hold on. Go over to that table over there and raise your hand. Well, Rob just pulled out of the box. I'm glad that it's still in a sealed package.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and it's leopard print, too.
It stretches.
Yes. Yes. Well, on a cold day today like this, you were worried about polar penis, and now you'll be covered.
I am.
You will be good.
I am worried about that, and so now I'm good, and I won't ever have to.
The fact that that's even available to be bought and delivered to your house within 2 days.
Well, here's the deal. As seen on TV. I've never seen this on TV.
Well, we are watching the wrong channels.
I guess so.
I mean, what channels are you watching? Rob's going with the squiggly line. Remember back in the day where you would scroll up? Where I lived in Copper's Cove, it was always channel 99 on Cablevision. And every now and then it would be clear enough and you might see a boob. And then it would be all scrambled again. That's the TV channel that you could order that on.
This is like the infomercial guy, right? It's the Tuggy. Your money back guarantee. It's free. Just pay for shipping and handling. With the handling in bold letters.
Pun intended.
So well, thank you to whoever did that, I think.
She can raise her hand. She's sitting over there with the blonde hair.
Oh.
Yeah, she's very much trying to ignore this conversation. Yeah. Her search engine now.
I'll wear that in the hot tub tomorrow.
With Rudy J. and Greg Shelton.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be fun. I can tell you already.
Well, it depends on how tonight's go with your, what's it called? The Tuggy.
I wouldn't want to spoil Shelton's surprise tomorrow.
The fact that the Finnish skier had no idea that was a thing.
Well, God.
I mean, again, the story started with an Olympic injury where a true story, you can Google it.
Yeah.
A Finnish cross-country skier, after his event, had what is the medical term polar penis. It froze. He had a frozen penis. He had to seek medical attention at the Olympics. It wasn't frostbite. That's different. The fact that this has happened to that guy twice now is a bigger issue, because if that happened once, you would use something to ensure that doesn't happen again, especially when that Finnish skier described the pain that he was in.
After it thawed out.
Or
while it was thawing.
Yes, because apparently it just doesn't warm. Like if you're cold somewhere and you get inside and your toes and fingers are cold, but eventually they just warm back up in your normal.
Now, Jason, can you imagine?
Apparently, it doesn't quite work that way.
Can you
with
imagine
this particular injury?
I mean, this is a skier, so he probably skis right up, and he's got a team physician there.
Uh-huh.
This happens to you or me. We're walking into the doc in the box on the corner.
Uh-huh.
Hey, doc, I got a problem. I need to see you for a second. What's the problem?
You have a daughter who is now a nurse.
Yes.
I've got a wife who is a nurse and a niece who is a nurse.
And I'm not calling any of them for that.
No, but when you hang around nurses long enough and the stories nurses tell while sitting around having beers, you realize people do a lot of stupid things to themselves and then go to the doc and then try to explain it.
That reminds me of some stories I'll tell you after we're off the air.
Yes.
Yeah. We have an anesthesiologist friend who tells some stories about that. And things just, some things end up in your body that's not an accident.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just not. So don't come in and try to spin it as an accident.
Well, it's, sometimes you're just walking down the street and there's kitty litter involved in a pole, and then all of a sudden you got stitches on your forehead like James Pletcher. I mean, that's just kind of how it works out sometimes.
Oh,
Good
my
Lord.
gosh.
You all
Well,
right?
that was, that's, I was probably blushing a little even.
A little? or a lot.
Wow. I wonder if I could mail this to that skier. Re-gift.
I'm sure that guy has probably received all sorts of similar type products from worried fans.
Well, he
didn't
the first time.
I don't know if he made it public the first time.
I wonder, Jason, the next time this guy's got to compete, is that his first concern?
It would be mine.
It would be mine, too.
Again, though, this guy, it's happened to him twice. That's the kind of thing, if it were to happen, it could only happen one time.
Wow.
That can't be a multiple injury type of situation.
You've got to figure that out somehow, some way.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord. Let's bail out of this.
Yeah, it's time. Eject.
Yeah. Come see us here at the Roo Pub. If you're close to the Roo Pub, you got about 20 minutes to come get registered for a lot of the great prizes that we are going to draw for. Pledge will get everything ready, and we'll start giving away the gift card to Kielbasa. We've got 3 coolers. We've got some lawn chairs, some beach chair type items that we are going to give away. Pledge, I see them. You don't have to bring them over and put that one back. We're giving it away. We're giving it away on the air to listeners. Don't try to snag it. That's not yours. I see what you're doing. Yeah.
I think he was just trying to help me out. We got a deal.
Well, he doesn't need to bring it over to you here. Just walk outside.
I'll
with it.
give you the keys to my car. We'll take it out there.
In reality, that's how it's gonna be. And you think about all those coolers that we are going to give away. One of them even has speakers in it. You think about putting that in your garage. If you've got an unorganized garage, you need to call my friends at Garageization, 210-664-4494, because they can help you organize your garage. They are your organization solution. Garageization. Call them, 210-664-4494. Talk to them about shelves, overhead racks, closed storage, slat walls. Make your garage functional for the entire family. Imagine getting both cars in the garage, your golf clubs, the kids' bikes, all your coolers, everything you need in your garage, and have it all organized. That is what Garageization does. They did it in my garage. They did it in my neighbor's garage. They've done it in a lot of garages, and they've been doing it since 2008. They are great at what they do. A veteran-owned company helping San Antonians love their garage. Call Garageization and get a customized plan for your garage. Start at their website, GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com. That's GarageOrganizationSanAntonio.com.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. San Antonio Sports Star Drive to End Hunger is going on now through March 25th. Just go to sasportstar.com to give what you can or just find drop-off locations. It's all presented by the Institute for Functional Health, Rambler Sparkling Water, Copenhagen Imports, and Airtron.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, San Antonio Sports Star listeners, this is Michael Kielbasa with Kielbasa Smoked Meats. Thanks to fans like you, you can now buy Kielbasa products just about everywhere. We hope you continue to enjoy our handcrafted, small batch smoked meats because we sure enjoy making them for you. So grab some today and let me know what you think. My number's on the back of every pack. Right by my promise that if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give you your money back. Find Kielbasa at a store near you today.
Did the guy driving the 18-wheeler which wrecked into you focus too much on looking at himself in the mirror and not the road in front of him? His hair is still a mess, and now you're seriously hurt. If you or a loved one is hurt in a wreck with an 18-wheeler or company vehicle, don't call just any dude. Call the dude, the personal injury dude. Mark Poling at Poling Law PLLC at pidude.com. That's pidude.com. Or call 210-201-0303, 24 hours a day.
And now an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that non-contact thermometers are not accurate. They also have inaccurate information on their labels regarding accuracy. New COVID strains are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
When will they play ball? Will they play ball? The MLB lockout continues, and we're following it all the way to opening day. If that happens, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Hey, this is Michael Jimenez. Have lunch with me on Halftime tomorrow at noon. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. I'm Jason Minix. He is Joe Reinagel live out at the Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road. We're almost done, but the party is about to really get started.
This place is still hopping. You still got time to come out here and celebrate the birthday party. 14 years with us. We're going to give away some prizes?
I don't know what we're doing. I just told Pledge just to start drawing and calling winners. I don't know why he brought the box over here.
Well, I think he thought we were
going to play with your tuggy.
I think he's studying that. That's for sure. I'd open that thing up, Pledge.
You want to just do it there like this? All right.
I guess so. Why not?
All right, give away the first prize.
What are we giving away first? A chair?
Yeah, give away a chair.
Okay, chair. Hold on. I got two of them. I don't want to look.
All right, well, the Zell will do it.
Joe Reinagel, thank you.
All right, you got a chair. How about that?
Oh, how
about that?
Oh, no, it was a Yingling.
Yeah, no, this was for the little small Keystone chair.
Okay, Andrew Chavez.
All right, we'll go with Andrew there.
Andrew Chavez. There it is, see?
Is his phone number on there?
No.
Well, then how's Pledge going to call him and tell him he won?
I guess he's not. So.
I mean, sometimes you got to be smarter than to slip.
Do you have to be present to win? You have to be present to win.
Oh,
the Pledge just made the rule.
We're not going to do that on radio. That's bad radio over and over. Yeah, we do that generally after the show. If we do the present to win thing.
I'm having a good time.
I know you are.
All right.
Keep reaching in Pledge's box and figure it out, I guess.
Here, Pledge.
I have no idea. See, this is why we don't let Pledge out very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of one of those things. And he's hurt his head earlier today, so we'll forgive him for that.
Yeah, I was hoping to knock some sense into him. It's party time in here. It's hard to concentrate. Don't you think?
It really is, because a whole bunch of shots just got delivered to that table over there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Yeah, people are having I'm telling you, if you're not here, you need to get here.
Well, that's it.
It's
I mean,
Thursday night.
And again, the countdown is on for us to be able to join the party. It's always fun when you do a show or you get a friend that says, hey, meet me for happy hour.
Right.
I've got a coach friend that says that all the time. Oh, hell, I get off work 3:00. Let's go drink. Dude, I start at 4, right? I mean, you know how that is.
Is that coach friend in the building?
He might be in the building.
He might be in the building.
I mean, and I guess because, we're past it now. When COVID hit, that dude would show up at my house with a case of beer while I was doing the show, and he's sitting at the other end of the kitchen table throwing things at me.
Wow. that's torture.
It is. And he thinks he's being a good friend. But, what are you going to do? It's part of it. You're going to come out to the Roof Hub.
Yeah.
At 281 and Redland Road. Tomorrow, we were going to talk about it today, but we didn't get to it. But I'll set up the show for tomorrow since I'll be at Metallica.
Well, thank you. Please do.
Well, Daryl Morey, who really is a smart guy, although I'm not a big Daryl Morey fan.
Right.
But I do like his idea about shortening the NBA schedule.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because he was doing a podcast with Colin Cowherd, and they were talking about the length of the NBA season. And, it's at 82 games now. And I think Colin said, I think it needs to be shorter. It needs to be like 74 games. And Daryl Morey says, dude, it's got to be shorter than that. How about 58?
I like 58. I like every team plays every team 2 times. The playoffs, I 100% agree. Shorter is better. I would have it 1 and done. There's a reason everyone tunes into every game at huge ratings in the NFL. It is literally 1 and done. And the NCAA tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. Any sport should want more games that are close to the Super Bowl. Nothing's going to beat the Super Bowl for a little while, though. I think the NBA can pass the NFL in my lifetime for sure, for their biggest game being a big deal.
See, now I think Daryl Morey is an idiot to think that the NBA at some point could pass the NFL as far as popularity.
No, that's impossible.
But I do like the idea of a much shorter NBA schedule. And his idea on the playoffs, not bad. I don't know if I want to go 1 and done in the NBA, but does it necessarily need to be a best of 7 in the first round?
No, I don't think so. But the problem you're going to have, the NBA is making most of its money through TV, right? TNT and those guys, ESPN. So I don't know that they'll go for it. And that's the problem that they're going to have. But, yeah, I think to shorten it a little bit. Yeah, I get where he's coming from, because you look at the NCAA tournament, and when you have an upset, a 13 seed, knocks off a 4 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets excited, and the NCAA tournament makes a ton of cash. It really does. More, as Morey pointed out, than does the NBA.
Which is incredible when you think about it. But what I really took from that, as fans, don't we all feel like 82 games is too long of a season?
Yes.
I mean, unless you're working games and getting paid by the game, have you ever met anybody that loves the 82-game NBA regular season?
No.
So the fact that you've got a general manager trying to cut it down to 58 tells you we've got way too many games. And now with all the player science, DNP, rest, how important that is, you're just telling me that the season's too long. I go back to, I understand the need for a DNP. I understand that Pop kind of started that whole thing with Tim, Tony, and Manu.
Right.
But I hate it. And if I'm paying money to go watch a star player, that's who I want to see. And if you're going to make $20, $30, $40 million a year, damn it, go perform. That's what it boils down to.
I'm in total agreement with you. Can you imagine? I mean, some people, and it's expensive to go to an NBA game.
It is.
And so if you've saved up your money and LeBron James is coming to your place and you want to see him play, and all of a sudden that night he doesn't because the coach is resting him, yeah, I'm a little bit upset by that.
A real injury, I think we all understand.
Of course.
But like for example, I'm going to see Metallica tomorrow night in Vegas, right? So you're getting on a plane, going to Vegas. Absolutely. But imagine if they rolled out and said, James Hetfield didn't want to play tonight, so our backup singer is gonna fill in. We're all pissed.
Of course.
Because you spent a lot of money to see James Hetfield.
Absolutely.
Not the understudy. I believe in New York, if you buy a Broadway show ticket and the understudy is playing that night, not the main star, you have the opportunity to go get your money back.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not paying good money, to watch the backup start and play. I know he's an NBA player, but right now, people aren't spending money to go watch the 7, 8, 9 guy that's going to get 10 minutes in a normal game on the night he gets to start. That's not why I showed up for that game.
Well, and I think what Maury is talking about by shortening the season, it just makes everything more exciting.
Yeah.
I've told you this before, the 1999 run by the Spurs, when they started the season in January or right after Christmas, whenever they started that thing, every game meant something. Every single game meant something. You couldn't have a 5 or 6 game losing streak or you were going to be in big trouble. And so I love the idea of shortening the season. It's not just the NBA. It's Major League Baseball as well. They need to do the same thing. And it's just, and I think to get fans' attention, to get people going. And why, if you're the NBA, why do you want to compete with the NFL? You're starting your season right in the thick of the NFL season, and nobody's watching.
Well, the NBA tells you Christmas Day is the marquee game.
Right.
That's when the season really begins. But again, if you were to shorten it to 58, everybody plays everybody twice. There's more meaning on every game. You're playing fewer games in a week. Mm-hmm. So as a fan, you have time to recover, but you understand the importance of every one of those games. And I'm all for that. I think he's on to something. And I don't know that with TV deals the way they are now, they could absorb losses. It's TV revenue that's important to all these leagues, not butts and seats anymore.
And you're absolutely right.
I don't agree with Daryl Morey on much, but I do agree with him on this. Major League Baseball, same thing. 162.
That's a lot of games, man. And you're playing in April and May, and it's just, it's just hard to get into it unless you are a huge fan of baseball or a huge fan of that particular team. It's hard to get into 162 games.
The party is just now beginning here at the Roo Pub.
I think you're right.
Even though we've gotten everybody warmed up for the last 3 hours.
We have.
But it's time for us to start drinking.
Well, Sheldon's holding the clock up over there.
We've
So
got 10 seconds.
That's it?
8. You guys have fun tomorrow at the Home and Garden
All
Show,
right.
you and Rudy. I'll see you guys on Monday. It's been fun out here at the Roo Pub.
Didn't catch R&R in the morning? Here's what you missed.
You're one of the others. It's like Android or Apple. You picked your team.
You're a green guy.
Who's